Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We are live. And we are going to be premiering and kicking off a little half-hour kickoff, going over some news outside just the NBA. Because I was watching as well the Summerfest for a bunch of video game news. And we get Tifa for Final Fantasy VII in the new Street Fighter 6 game. As well as like a heavy, I think we get a heavy discount. Like we have a heavy on sale discount special for Capcom games in general. So if you guys want to go on PlayStation, check that out. That's awesome. There's also going to be a new Final Fantasy VII 3 game, a Virtual Fire game that will be coming out, Monster Hunter DLC, and a new Stellar Blade game. So the anticipation's on for a whole bunch of content. And let's see if we can belt to ass for San Antonio the second time around. But oh my god, we got a lot of great video games. I understand people were anticipating. I heard the live service content for for Destiny 2 will finally be in the end. So people are coping with multiple spammings of Destiny 3 and when is that coming out, when honestly, there's already been like so much Destiny content that you guys are so desensitized. So cope that you guys, that's your justification for not getting any more games, gang. I'm not gonna lie. Destiny fans need to shut up for like at least like half a second. Sometimes Destiny fans get unsufferable because it's like, oh, let me play Destiny, and I'm trying to keep up with the content that a friend of mine had because he's a Destiny fan. And then you forget that if you want to get all the Destiny content, it's going to be running y'all at least a couple $100 to at least keep up with the content, get the new weapons, get the new cosmetics, keep up with the forsaken lore of the story. I can't get behind that, gang. I'm sorry. I can't get behind it. I want to see 100% Knicks, 100%. And by the way, for the Knicks and Spurs, because I think only one person voted. So I think as soon as we further the series, we'll include it. And by the way, we're like 5 days away from the World Cup starting. So who you got winning the World Cup? Which country? Will it be France? Will it be the Netherlands, Argentina, Germany this time around? Brazil, United States, Mexico, Canada? Tell me down below. Keep the bias. Keep the bias because this is your own nation. I don't give a damn if you're biased. You tell me Panama makes it. I know Jamaica won't for obvious reasons, besides the point. I'm going to be watching a tiny bit of Friday Night SmackDown. Wait, all right, hold on. Were they abroad? Yeah, I think they were abroad, weren't they? So that means they aired at like 2 p.m. No, 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 and I won't be denied. And what I got to reach my sign, and I will rise up. So you think San Antonio Spurs could come back and try to even out the series? Honestly, didn't get to see the full game of game one, so I can't declare if this is still going to be a winnable game. Over Jalen Brunson's injury scare that happened early around when a Spurs player went into his leg, but then his inefficiency, but he was still heavy to score a lot of points. So just put that in perspective, what type of production he's going to get. Wee. And I had like the worst. I had the worst little trade scare. I thought Kyrie Irving was going to get traded from the Dallas Mavericks, but that was just a sponsor patch. So if you ever think of getting if you want to get a discounted jersey on a good price, just make sure you know what time the sponsor on the other shoulder of the shirt is going to be like the contract is going to decline so you can get a free shirt. I mean, a discounted shirt. I'm not going to lie. Oh my God, we're gonna continue this feud between Gunter and Sami Zayn after Gunter obviously got buried. What's like Sami Zayn gimmick in this game? Oh wow, is this gimmick still that he's the victim in the scenario that he doesn't get what he wants? Gunter, the imposing heel that's supposed to be the powerful heel, is over on the commentary table, supposed to be scared of the world champion Cody Rhodes. And by the way, I was like super disappointed over the result of what happened on Clash in Italy. I didn't find it really necessary to let Brock Lesnar get the victory. Just in the case scenario for Brock Lesnar to save face. We had, like, you know what's the saddest part about this? They take it like they can't have the case scenario of the babyface or the heel getting any type of dominance. Like, I remember Batista and Triple H, right? In that entire rivalry, he was picking up the majority of wins that time when Batista finally turned against Evolution. It was Batista, right? And you know who headlined next year's WrestleMania? Triple H. Triple H still main evented against John Cena at WrestleMania 22. Like, the significance that you can still get the upside of the rivalry and your status doesn't change. The significance of why Brock Lesnar even had to still win when we know that he's still picking up majority of victories is so ridiculous. I hated that type of concept over in Clash of Italy because it's like you're having him eat 7 F5 as if 4 couldn't get the job done, gang. I just don't get the logic. I'm sorry if that sounds like I'm just nitpicking, gang, but you see this over significance. That's why you don't see a lot of fans watch it, bro. And then we're getting Sami Zayn here. That's like an equivalent of your favorite B plus players, but a lack of fanfare. Unless you watch Black and Gold NXT. Oh, 'cause he beat you for the Intercontinental title. Remember when the big win against Matt Cardona? Cody, stop. Cody, we're not doing this. Cody, we're not doing this. There's no way Cody Rhodes is going to pick up any significant. Sammy is not going to pick up any significance one on one on a random night on SmackDown. Sami Zayn with a big win against Matt Cardona. There's nothing big about beating Matt Cardona one on one. Since he debuted back, getting back his original name that he was in the Indies famous for, he thinks because he gets in main events on CZW with Matt Martin Kirby means that you're going to be like headlining with Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, and Gunter. That's not happening, Matt. That's not how it works. Even like Cody Rhodes over his Stardust run, he was still pushed into like celebrity matchups, main eventing episodes of SmackDown and Raw at times, or at least he was put into particular segments. Like, what was your biggest like thing after your run with? Uh, we got to go back to 2012 when Kane pushed you down that freaking ramp, and then you tagged in this jobber tag team when you and Kurt Hawkins finally won the big one back at WrestleMania 35, the worst WrestleMania. And now all we know is that you collect action figures and you wear too much spray tanking. Like, come on, Cody. We got to stop with the big win with Matt Cardona. You a roster filler because TKO don't know which wrestlers to keep and which wrestlers to let go of. You see, Sammy, you ain't the world champion. You ain't the realest N word in the room. Me and my homies. Oh, who's this? Oh, I'm sorry. Who's this? I guess he already leave. I think he already left. Oh, now he's pushing the sleeper hold. Oh, they're pushing the sleeper hold, Knuckle. And now Sammy's coming in, but he's going to help Cody Rhodes. We got 15 more minutes. I'm just seeing what I missed over on SmackDown and Cody Rhodes giving the worst work punches in my life. Remember, this is sponsored by Ram. Oh, but Cody's going high risk. Tope Suicida over to Sami Zayn. Okay, it seems like Cody Rhodes doing his best Bob Backlund impression. I apologize for some if anybody was trying to join in. Seems like you just quickly ran out. But please let me know in the private chat if I miss somebody. I was about to collect another pair of hoop shoes too. I was about to possibly pull the trigger on some Jordan 40s I wanted. Those shoes were always selling out around the year. There was this pink color I wanted so badly. I wanted to wear in the gym so bad. It was such a good looking color. Look at this. Oh, oh, it's so bad. Cody got to untie to just say I'm sorry. Didn't mean that. And look at this, Sammy taking that personally. Sammy just looks like he helped co-write a college humor skit that didn't go well. Like, come on, bro. This is like the B. This is like the B team of main eventers currently on the show while Drew McIntyre's off. And now the Miz is back. Is he still doing Dean Housen segments? I mean, Danhausen segments. Yeah, 4 emotional support cats. Kit Wilson has 4 emotional support cats. Toxic. You don't shower before you let me go in. Toxic. Toxic. Oh God, I can't do that. I can't. What the hell is this? Oh, Dan Housing with a Frankenstein like thing. Oh, oh, oh God. You know what's the worst part? The Miz probably gonna still lose in a random episode of SmackDown. Jesus Christ. Toxic! So the Miz just got electrocuted after touching a couple, stuff that Danhausen had set up, plus some type of technology. Oh my God! I still forgot Liv Morgan is the women's champion, the women's world champion. Raquel Rodriguez goes head to head, 1-on-1 in a fatal 4-way. So the concept of a tournament is we're gonna just do 4 ways because we don't have enough runtime, even though we barely have the runtime to still make pay-per-views. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna ignore that concept in general. Yeah, I'm trying to take this thing off because obviously the guest isn't here. Okay, I'm gonna put the stream on for the NBA game. Then I'll put over this live scoreboard. Hopefully, Jalen Brunson isn't for significant. I think still the only like big injury is Mitchell Robinson's finger, even though an ankle injury is a lot more concerning. And I heard the sad news about somebody that's reputable in the podcast sphere. If you guys don't know, Adam 22, poor guy, sadly has been divorced by his wife Alana, the plug, I think her name is. You know, it's awful when you see like couples like that obviously have a relationship with one another, and yet it takes a lack of communication and an affair to ironically cause that relationship to end, man. Type shit. Type shit. What do you expect? What were you really expecting, man? We got 9 more minutes until the game starts. Oop. Yeah, that's my shoulder. Ugh. They got Yasmin. I don't know if these characters are like newly original or they're coming actually from Arjan. and Bosch with Tifa. That's pretty cool, actually. And by the way, somebody thought in their bright idea Caleb Williams should be in the cover of Madden. Madden is trying so hard to monetize still that these jerks are trying to make a payment system, and now you got to green light your catching. You got to green light your catching, gang. Madden is pissing me off, man. Which NBA 2K cover aged worse? Ben Simmons on NBA 2K19. I think this Danilo Gallinari in 2K17. Dennis Schroeder's. I think some of these are just regional. Except for Zion Williamson. He was the cover guy for 2K22. I know Dennis Schroeder's a popular one from 2K16 for Germany. And Danilo Gallinari, that's probably the 2K17 for Italy. And 2K19 for Ben Simmons off Australia. To be fair, it's possibly Ben Simmons. It's possibly Ben Simmons. Yeah, they're not the main cover. No, except Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson was like the only like main cover guy on that image. Oh my god, the role model Bailey's here. It's Jay Leno. Playing which game, River? Oh no, I'm not doing gameplay. I'm just doing a live reaction commentary on the NBA Finals in a few minutes. You need to chop it up though. I did see the Summerfest. If you want to talk about any of the games that you're excited for, if like you're making a Street Fighter, I think they had something for Star Wars, some tactical shooter type game. There was like I think there was a medieval times army tactical game that you get to do. I haven't been really that keen to getting Street Fighter 6 because I know like there's always going to be DLC content. You know what to expect off fighting games nowadays. They're gonna like make you pay extra for something that you should already own. That's a bunch of monetizing games. That's why it's so hard to get into. Even Madden, man. I'm a massive football fan, but me and Madden have already broken up to a toxic relationship where it's like, I don't even want to be around you. And if I ever do gameplay on the channel, I possibly need to get better equipment. I don't think my Nitro 5 can handle that much. Luca Franchini and Michael Pozza, they have Italiano commentary on Friday Night SmackDown. So that means your table's going to get destroyed. I'm joking. JC Jane, you'll never be Mandy Rose. I don't care. They made the War Raiders, they relegated the War Raiders to be Lucha Libre tag team champions. They're AAA tag team champions now, man. That's how bad they are. I don't think they've even made a PLE since WrestleMania last year, bro. Is it that bad out there? Jesus. was a while ago. What ESPN figures? Oh, because they're all owned by Disney. Oh, Robert Irwin's in Dancing of the Stars. Come on, man, you're too young to be washed up for Dancing in the Star. Oh wait, no. So talent show plus a reality show for dancing. Dancing with the Stars. You got to be pro. Okay. You get 3 subscription services to watch one reality show. Really? If the Knicks take it 2-0 in the series, man, I think I'm going to see a building catch on fire. And Kevin Durant, right over J.R. Smith. Got to do my man J.R. Smith dirty with that picture. He already caught flack for that NBA Finals game when he let the clock run out when there was time to shoot. Iverson's jump shot over Tyronn Lue. Hey! Finally, an introduction you can actually get behind. Something that looks timeless. Too bad you can't show it because of copyright. I don't know if I can show it on Twitch, how much I can get away with it. Kick, on the other hand, I think they're a bit more light in the butt when it comes to how much footage you can show copyright wise because of the lack of monetary value. But I don't make money off this content. Well, I don't make money off the NBA, obviously, but it's always been like a double edged sword. Because you'll just take away my content when it's somebody reacting to your product. That always like throws me the wrong way unless I'm like given some commentary. But we still in San Antonio for Game 2 of the NBA Finals after the Knicks took the series lead, leading by 10 points off a 30-point performance of Jalen Brunson coming back from injury, coming returning from the tunnel like an old Knicks legend to lead the team to win. Could it happen again? Wembanyama still believing there's unfinished business here. Here in Frost Bank Center here in San Antonio, Texas, for Game 2 of the NBA Finals with Richard Jefferson, Tim Leaguer, and Mike Green. I really thought there was going to be a new Concord. Yeah, there was a new Attack on Titan game, and Godzilla is going to be in that new Sonic Racing game. Eh, hey, I'm kind of anticipating because the gameplay looks fun, but it might get boring when you just fight more guys and feels like there's nowhere to go. You just fighting people. Oh, there's gonna be a new Mafia game. Old Country, Man of Honor expansion featuring 2 new story chapters and exclusive free ride content. Okay, all right. Oh, there's gonna be pod racing video game from Star Wars. All right, we're gonna see the pregame. Seeing Victor Wembanyama take the ball of half court. while they're trapping him in a triple threat, snatching the ball. Mikal Bridges seems like a lot of take turnovers. Look at Champagny trying to give it over to Wembanyama, a bit of a grenade when the defense is just closing out. Mitchell Robinson keeping the hand up. Wembanyama stuck in no man's land, trying to desperately put up a shot. Poor takeaway from the young forward. Second youngest player to make it to the NBA Finals to lead a team. He'd be the second youngest to win an NBA Finals since Magic Johnson at age 20 in his rookie year. Back in the NBA Finals, I think they beat the Phoenix. Was it the Philadelphia 76ers? Next will be Toys versus Rule 34 for Toy Story. Cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. Guild Wars 3. Also, if you guys watch Wuthering Waves, you get to see Cyberpunk gameplay. I was really wishing for a new Transformers video game as well. And people were expecting a new Half-Life. And that anticipated Stranger Than Heaven game is supposed to come out very soon, and a new Cuphead. But every time you see over on the group chat, you see jerks trying to promote Destiny Destiny 3. What's really the difference? Oh, and somehow Tupac is going to be in the game. Yeah, Tupac. Freaking Tupac. This is going to be the equivalent of having Juice World sample. No, no, no. Yeah, Juice World feature in your track, knowing this is from like probably the time he died, but he had some extra verses laced there. But it's cool to see Tupac. I think this is by the same people that made that Yakuza game. Snoop Dogg's also affiliated. You can see where they got the okay from. Oh yeah, Tekken fans would be really upset what happened because Tekken fans been wanting Tifa for a long time to come over to the game, knowing that she fits more of the aspect of Tekken than Clive Ross. Is it Rosalind or like Rosefield from the last Final Fantasy game that came out? And Clive has been nerfed recently, so it shows how much they really didn't want to overly like combustible weapon spamming character that doesn't take that hard to learn, because you could just learn like a few moves to try to overwhelm your opponent. You really don't need to master that much of Clive. And I'm not trying to hate on anybody trying to enjoy the video game, but it's like, come on, bro. You know he's brain dead. Don't lie to me. Seems like only one young player, Mitch Robinson, could still be available to play. I saw his hand wrapped. Well, not really anybody important is, oh, no offense. Nobody really important is injured for the San Antonio Spurs. Still got Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox. Not De'Aaron Fox. Hell, I would have said Harrison Barnes just to piss off some fans. Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle. Good young players I shown to play. Oh, and Champagne. Champagne. heading away to the land of the free. And Jalen Brunson in the home of the brave. Someone get her out of here. My goodness, she's gorgeous. Right now, they're doing the national anthem. Oh, brilliant. In the Rockets. Oh, but it's okay. We got Yujiro Honda from Baki coming to Tekken. I was thinking more Baki, but if unless he's going to be the same size as like Fakumran, I wonder what's the logic going to be over here. Everybody in NYC this morning. Are the Knicks going to be win the finals? Yes. What did it cost? Aaron Judge. What the hell does that mean? What is Aaron Judge not gonna win a World Series? Is that what you're saying? Well. I'm guessing so. Oh, and what token? Marvel token got a Carnage, Green Goblin, Doctor Doom, and Magneto. I guess that's what the DLC pack is called, the Night of Doom. Destiny 3 is not announced in Summergate in the Summer Game Fest. Why? Didn't they just close off content? Why would they already try to premiere that, man? I'd rather a new Titanfall. Like, don't be ridiculous. All right, here comes head coach Mike Brown. National anthem's over, and I guess we're doing the in-game introductions. Jesus Christ! I get blue. So maybe on me. We're still performing DNA in Big 26. I mean, great song. I thought that was Javon Carter for a second. It's like, what the hell were you a Spur? I mean, that sounds like it should happen, but no. It's good that they brought back the NBA championship design in front. They brought back the Naismith title sticker on the front and middle of the court. De'Aaron Fox with Julian Champagny, with Devin Vassell, Stefan Castle, and Victor Wembanyama. De'Aaron Fox put up a stinker. But I heard one of the players, I think it was either Stefan Castle that reposted a photo making fun of De'Aaron Fox's performance in Game One of the NBA Finals. Like, yeah, that's a bit of a chemistry killer right there, gang. Why do we need Travis Scott in this? Oh yeah, there's gonna be a John Wick video game. Ninja Turtles: Last Ronin game is coming out. God of Laufey that involves Faye, the wife of Kratos, after she passed away. So you see her like fighting the afterlife. Telltale's game. Oh yeah, I forgot Wolf Among Us. Silent Hill. There's gonna be a new Silent Hill rethinking of Black Flag. The Tomb Raider game is gonna come out. Of course, Grand Theft Auto. That's gonna be on lock come November. Wolverine. I'm more excited for Wolverine than I am possibly for GTA 5. All due respect. Final Fantasy. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fans excited for Final Fantasy. Marvel's 1943. Rise of the Rise of Hydra. Oh, so that Black Panther game is coming out. Isn't like the 1943 Rise of Hydra was supposed to involve like T'Chaka, the former Black Panther, like T'Challa's father, and Captain America? I thought that game was never going to come out, especially with the Wolverine game coming out. Here we go, man. Jalen Brunson with his pre-game ritual prayer. Mikal Bridges at the number 5 is gonna be Carl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, OG Ananobi. And here we go, tip off. Game 2. Let's get it. Okay, Wemby wins it. Obviously, he's gonna win the tip off. There's not a lot of guys in the same wingspan as this guy. All right, Vassell down over to Fox, taking the screen, swings over to Castle, kicks out Wembenyama back to Castle, 3-pointer, and a good start over by the San Antonio Spurs with a 3-pointer. Opening bucket goes to the San Antonio Spurs. It's going to be Jalen Brunson going head to head in a full court press with De'Aaron Fox, with the oncoming screen coming from Mikal Bridges, hitting over from Carl Anthony Towns, trying to swing a poor pass, backcourt violation, called over by courtside, pull up over the shot. Brunson still knocks it down for 2. Let's go. The first minute is going to be already the San Antonio Spurs still with the advantage, 3-2. Back over from Castle to Wembenyama. Champagne, and he'll get fouled by Jalen Brunson getting into the paint. No extra point, but he'll be on the line to get a point. Hopefully, just a point. Brunson's coming out shooting 12 of 31. He's coming from an ankle injury. Still came back to continue the game and finished with 30 points, while Julian Champagnie, the sharpshooter of the Spurs, not having his best shooting performance, while ending closing out with 16 points. Okay. Who you got coming out of this, guys? The poll's ongoing, by the way. You can just call down below. I think I still saw only one person vote over Knicks at 100%. And why Juju Smith-Schuster, of all people, going to the New York Giants? Oh, down the kick out. Nice work. Hart. The floater game, no good off Mikal Bridges. Jesus. Fox going head to head. They'll blow by. Behind the back. Good separation. Rattles around the two, rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Brunson off the screen, swings over to Hart. Off ball screen coming from the contact, nearly an and one, but he'll be on the line for three. Jalen Brunson off a foul coming from Stephon Castle. What I'm worried about is Wembanyama playing dirty. We know what he did against the Oklahoma City Thunder to go their level. Because we know Thunder have quite a reputation being a bit favorable on the line. Wembanyama was not playing to that at all and was trying to get some cheap shots, hit some elbows, especially that elbow I think he hit to one of the players on the Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein. He used to play for the Knicks. What could have been is what now is a reality in the Oklahoma City Thunder or in Cancun. Trail by one more to tie it for Jalen Brunson. With Knicks fans somehow being a bit more overwhelming than the home Spurs fans. Knowing that Spurs tickets are possibly more affordable than what you get in Madison Square Garden anyway, so they're just here valid. Off the screen. Oh, hard take from Josh Hart on the commit. With Stephon Castle trying to break through two defenders. And he goes down. Oh, kick out. LaSalle. Champagny for three. And he'll knock it down to push the lead back over for the San Antonio Spurs. It's going to be 8-5. Brunson spins away from the incoming screen from the help defense, trying to go for the kick out. Ball taken away. Josh Hart pushes off Stephon Castle, and Stephon Castle takes his teammate Jalen Brunson. Did Josh Hart even notice Brunson was even behind him? I know he was a bit frustrated after getting the ball loose, but come on, bro. That's the second time a Spurs player falls on Brunson the wrong way. Off the blow by. Over the board, crashing the glass. Good off Stephon Castle, pushing this now 10-5. Knicks falling behind. Handoff, Hart, back over to Towns. Swings up the corner, up and under, takes it in. 2 points, and it's good off OG Anunoby over Wembanyama. 7-10. Castle swings. De'Aaron Fox off the blow up. Trying to kick out. Needs to find an option down the foul line. Wembanyama trying to keep the ball behind him. Champagne, what a shot! One-legged leadoff jumper from the corner, and Champagne shooting lights out. Brunson catching the double team. They're pressing high. Catching over the double off-ball screen. Brunson has to kick out. Anunoby pump fakes. Corner three after the commit from Josh Hart. Three-pointer by OG Anunoby. That's going to mark for 5 for OG, scoring half the points already for the New York Knicks. Second highest got to be Brunson. Swings back. Stephon Castle for 3. Rebounded by Mikal Bridges. Slowing down the tempo, giving it straight back to the point. 13-10. And Brunson tries to use speed, cutting under. Castle on the break, using the glass around the rim. Can't grab the offensive rebound. Stephon Castle off the Euro over to Brunson. Blocked over by Devin Vassell, and the ball goes back to the Knicks. A win like this keeps it equal level for the Spurs. We know what a 2-0 series lead does when you have home court advantage in the next couple of series. The game could go your way in just a moment. So if they think the first three games are unimportant. It really spills advantage if you can get it done. That's why the Celtics. Oh, Josh Hart got a foot out of bounds. We got 8 minutes. We trail by three. Knicks got the first turnover of the game. And Keldon Johnson now rotates out. Castle using the screen off Julian Champagny. Down over Keldon Johnson off the kick out. Wembanyama! One-handed jam on the New York Knicks. What was the worst case scenario is giving Victor Wembanyama the ball that the Knicks has done a stellar job keeping, but Josh Hart open corner three, can't follow through with it. 15-10 San Antonio Spurs. Oh, and another missed lay coming from Stephon Castle. Brunson pulls off transition three-pointer. Let's go! King of New York with the trade to push this down to 2 with 8 points going 2:05 to start, but that's his first make behind the arc. Jalen Brunson swings, but look at this. Dylan Harper gets it in over with his left, finishes for two. It's going to push it 17 to 13. San Antonio still with the lead. Yet to change. Hits it OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Jab steps twice, trying to find an option down the top of the key. Back to Josh Hart over to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns swings over to Hart. Hart cuts inside. Wembanyama coming for help. Cat for three. Flicks the ball, goes nowhere. Keldon Johnson with the rebound. 6.5 remaining here in the first quarter. Wembanyama gives it Johnson back for three. Wemby can't follow through with his first three of the game. Hart slowing down the tempo. Swings over to Mikal Bridges. Overhand, trying to give it OG Anunoby. Champagny nearly with a turnover. The Bigs go head to head. OG catching the double. Champagny back to Hart. Brunson back over to Bridges. Needs a kick out with only 2.1 seconds. Floater game, no good. Wembanyama with a defensive rebound. Picked up by Dylan Harper. We're the iconic number 2. Formerly worn by Kawhi Leonard. How you doing, man? You are so cool. Can you say my name real quick? I don't think I want to. Yeah, I'm voting for Knicks. Full bias, bro. Full bias. Full bias. I don't give a damn, man. Damn. Woody's in the unction. I mean, he's kind of been in the unction since Toy Story 3, for being honest. Take it that bad. Is this a playmat? God damn it, Amazon. I haven't even purchased anything Yu-Gi-Oh related in like a minute. That's the first thing you promote me. Nothing cool for my room or my yeah, just something for my room. My life is consistent. My wife is consistent. But oh boy. Oh boy. Oh yeah, the NBA Street game. Hold on, that is Kyrie Irving. Blueface reveals his restaurant King of Crabs. Get it? Because he's affiliated? Just had its best month yet with $69,000 a single month, despite being the only business for about, I mean, being in business for only a year. I mean, that's nice. Original pitch name for LA Knight was LA Devon. No, Donovan. LA Donovan. What would be the point of that? No Donovan has ever gotten over in WWE. Come on. Be for real. Not even Dominic Dijakovic. No one can say that in a shirt, bro. Oh yeah, that live event for Fortnite dropped with The Rock on it. I'm shocked people still play Fortnite. Yeah, whatever your name is, man. I don't think I want to say your. I'm not trying to get caught. All right, on the line right now looks to be Stefan Castle. Devin Vassell still there with Dylan Harper. Stefan Castle coming out of game one, 17 points, 7 of 16 shooting with 8 boards, 3 assists. You consider Devin Vassell the second best player on the team with Julian Champagny? Because people don't even rate what looks to be De'Aaron Fox, $200 million man, hasn't been as advertised already in this entire playoffs. And already a turnover after the foul shots literally was just made. Wembenyama falls down hard is Luke Cornett while matched up with Carl Anthony Towns. Did Mike Brown even make rotations? Looks like the Wolverado's suiting up, getting off the court. Oh my goodness. That was a hard fall by the heavily devoted Christian. Luke Cornett. Obviously, don't watch strip clubs representing your chicken wings. Oh, hell no. Rigid foul shot. Going over Landry Shamet. He's been a hero this playoffs with the up and under. Wembenyama goes over for the chase down. Castle off Harper. And the two-handed jam, 20-13, since the last time the Spurs made the NBA Finals. No, it's 2014, actually. And that team was completely different because I was around like 11, 12 years ago for anybody around that age group, around Gen Z. And Wembenyama's not even on the floor. I forgot they also got Bismack Boyumbo, I think, at the 5. I bet I'm barely going to see him on the floor. Mikal Bridges, Towns for 3. Knocks it down. Let's go, baby. 3-pointer by the zesty Dominican. Off the screen, swings. Harper for 3. Oh, defensive rebound by Towns. Off transition. Deuce McBride. Back over Bridges to Towns to Brunson. Sidestep. Landry Shamet for 3. Air ball. Offensive rebound. Last touch over by Miles McBride. Landry Shamet that can hit a green light with his crooked jumper. And yet, it's now an air ball? Off the inbound. Luke Cornett pressing. Karl Anthony Towns one-handed trying to hover to the ball. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. What the hell defense? And yet Jalen Brunson stepped out of bounds. Trailed by 4 still is the New York Knicks. Brunson. Back foot steps out of bounds off the line. Is back over to San Antonio Spurs. Up and under take. Turned over. Miles McBride. Deuce matched up with Harper. Cornett. Towns. Off the blow by, off the contact. Yay! Count it for Karl Anthony Towns. Trail by 2 now is the New York Knicks. After back-to-back buckets from Cat. Hits over for 3. Can't follow through. And Brunson off transition. Off the spin move to separate. I thought that was Trey Mann for a second. Oh, the shove off! You dirty bastard! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Luke Cornett, that Celtics energy is still with him. This is for Tatum, bitch. You don't even play for them anymore. Now he's an honorary Celtic. Whatever that means. Oh boy. And it's knocked away again. And it's still going to be a 2-pointer. Luke Cornett, 22-18 from a De'Aaron Fox. Here comes Landry Shamet moving the ball off the court. But look, he feels like he has a lane to himself, and he'll take a collision down the line. The second unit going to be more of an impact than sometimes the starting unit. Mitchell Robinson now on the floor. Hopefully he brought his monster truck with him to Texas. And now Andrew Shamet on the line. Oh, what is Mitchell Robinson doing? Landry Shamet's, I guess, shooken up after that collision he took. So it'll be Mitchell Robinson taking over the bum shoulder of Landry Shamet. Oh my God, Mitchell Robinson actually made a shot. Mitchell Robinson actually made a shot on the foul line, folks. Dreams do come true. Can he do it twice? Well, Nick, he already over-delivered today. Let's give Mitchell Robinson some grace. He's doing this also with a poor hand. At least we don't see Jeremy Sohan. That would be an NBA champion, whoever wins, whether it's the Spurs or the Knicks. Three minutes later. Oh. And what happened with Mitchell Robinson? Yeah. To be real. To be real. Oh, look. Celio, Stella. This is more Street Fighter characters? Damn, after we just got. So we got an MMA star and a kickboxer. I don't know. They look too normal to me. Don't get me wrong. Some of the character designs in Street Fighter Six look cool, but some of them just look. You kind of live without. I don't know if Rose will be in this game, and I'm not gonna lie. Stella looks like the type of girl they'd animate, the kind of white blonde girl they'd make the Yellow Ranger in a Power Ranger show that you already watched, but you don't remember. OG Judgment Day reunion. The only time Damian Priest ever gets any pop if it doesn't involve our truth. This show this to Wemby to motivate him. All of them are Chet Holmgren. I wonder if Chet Holmgren gets Wembenyama gets offended whenever it comes into the comparison, because obviously level wise, Wembenyama is just a step ahead of what Chet Holmgren is right now, currently in the NBA. That's just a pure fact. I'm not even trying to say that to be a hater. That's just how it is right now. Watch the city of New York celebrate a championship, or watch the birth of a new dynasty. And wouldn't both cities be celebrating? Veronica or Blood Rain for Stellar Blade? I'm actually more excited for Blood Rain. I like the design for the female character. Go back to the only highlight for Wembenyama. Oh nah, did I? Hold on. I think I accidentally cut off the tab. Da 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 dun 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 dun. San Antonio Spurs look like they still have the advantage against us. Now it's 27-19. Oh my god. 3-pointer by Brunson. And Mitchell Robinson again on the line. We better not be hacked. Oh my God, Mitchell Robinson makes another foul shot. Trail by 6. With 2.5 remaining here, guys. Fox on the blow by Mitchell Robinson. Too late to get a block. OG Anunoby couldn't get the help he needed. Whoa. Frustration on Jalen Brunson. And Brunson taking off the dribble while getting pressed on the floater. Usually a vintage move over by Brunson. Off the 2-on-1 break. Fox off the lob. Oh, God damn. Spurs are walking their way here in game 2. Brunson catching off the 2, hitting Landry Shamet. Shamet over to OG Anunoby. Ball nearly lost. OG and he recovers off the loose ball. Still off his dribble. And they'll give it over Mikel. Oh, Mitchell Robinson with the jam. Quick little speed off the hesitation. Wembanyama loses his balance, so recovers the hit to Julian Champagny. Wembanyama gets over to blow by, rejected. OG Anunoby somehow draws the foul on Wembanyama. He'll be going to the line. And now Wembanyama is meditating using what he learned from his Tibetan monk, shout out Batman, to make these clutch free throws to extend the lead for the San Antonio Spurs. Are you kidding me? Why are we getting so many goddamn takeaways off possession? Back foot on the line, foot on the line, backcourt violation, backcourt violation. Somehow a man can't keep his hands on the ball. Or a hard foul that the Knicks can't contend because the refs are on their side because they're bandwagoning Wembanyama. Yeah, I said it. Knicks are bullshitting possession. 2-on-1 fast break. Landry Shamet finishes on the 2 by Brunson's assist. 32 currently to 25 with under 30 seconds left into the first. San Antonio Spurs been taking advantage. And Wembanyama takes it over for 2, 34 to 25, 12 seconds left. 10, 9, 8. They're still trying to full court press. Fox matched up with Brunson. Sidestep from between the legs. Can't follow through. Wembanyama half court heave. No good. We're heading into the second. And I thought we were going to follow up with some good momentum. And yet again, the Knicks always with these early half blunders until we actually show up in the second half. Still believe in you guys, but tighten up here in this half, man. It's going to be our final game on the road. shouldn't be letting these takeovers, these turnovers, define us around the half. Oh, I thought this was the bear for a second. My mom. Speaking of dramas that are probably like overly raunchy, how many of you guys have seen Euphoria? Because I think that ended already. Where Burger King football is the only relevance of Burger King right now, or whatever that guy said in the airline. Yeah, Street Fighter looks like they're having a peak DLC year when it comes to getting like Terry Bogard from the King of Fighters series with Mayan Shaonuri and M Bison, but it's like a clone of M Bison. Sagat, Viper, Alex. I always and it was the worst part. The DLC comes for characters from like the previous game, and then the next year the DLC again. And most of the time you're just getting the content that you could have gotten, but it's more exciting if we make them pay for it. You know what's more exciting? Not paying for the whole game. You're paying for the experience, bitch. That means you want to see more of our content, you gotta pay for it. Because we work so very hard for $1 billion corporation for us to extensively compensate with you being more financially dependent on this game. Hell, I can go over right now like 27 different reasons why I don't even go for Madden anymore. Because now they're making you pay 150 for a football sim that you know you're gonna pay the next year for. That's so sad. Yeah, 150 for a goddamn video game. I rue the day when you actually paid $100 at GameStop and you got actual physical accessories with your video game, and that actually comes with a compensation because it costs money for an action figure, a director's cut, possibly secret, you know, a pass for DLC content that you'll possibly get for future plans. No, you know what I'm gonna get? An 83 overall digital pack that's gonna expire in 2 fucking years, bro. I'm sorry, Madden. There's just some lines that you guys cross on your consumer. And now it's like now we gotta let you work for you. What? Now there's timed catches. Because it takes timing and anticipation for catching. It takes luck. Don't get me wrong, it takes skill, but it's a whole bunch of luck. After you knew dramatic catching gets too overtly OP, you now pushed over for a timing catch it mechanic. Huh. All right, Castle needs matchup with Jose Alvarado, 3-pointer by Champagny. Offensive rebound to touch it back over to Wembenyama, back to Castle, 3-pointer, catching Alvarado on the pump fake. Oh, hard fall. Was that Landry Shamit? And yo, Keldon Johnson. Yo, this game is a turnstile. Is that fucking brothers reffing this game? Two men got tackled. OG Anunoby got tackled. Get this criminal out of here. Towns off the floater. What was that? Well, he's on the line. Why not just take the contact and dunk it, man? I don't get it. You're like 7 foot. That too much of that Dominican zest gets out of you, Carl. That's a bit much. Still trying to take the contact off the glass when you could have just dunked it and you still would have gotten the same result in extra points. Like we're seeing like what happened on that last play after the rebound battle, and then it ends with literally a tackle over in the middle of the court off transition, like we're playing freaking rugby. Not even American football at this point. Rugby with the unnecessary roughness. What? Towns again on the line. On balls loose, going to be back over to the New York Knicks. Miles McBride on that waist. Dylan Harper, you see him finally get the ball loose. Trail by 7 is the New York Knicks. Dylan Harper only with 4 points off 10 minutes. And Alvarado spins off down the lane. Wembanyama puts that to the first row. Oh, and that's good. Towns with the jam. What? Oh, come on. We need to get those corners down, guys. Come on. Down the lane. Jesus Christ. And Miles McBride foul. And it seems like some profanity's been flown. Oh, sorry. Wembanyama clearly took some contact on Carl Anthony Towns, and Towns is going to take that. Going on the line after some extra points. Alvarado moving the ball up court. Hart, and he's matched up, taking the separation. McBride, could he swing? Hart needs to swing up the post. Towns, yes, take those mismatches, man. Take them. Come on. Come back to Hart to Towns. He'll pull up from the logo. Oh, a bit over ambitious, Carl. Carl. You'll never be Caitlin. Off the snatch. Spoon. Are you kidding me? Wait, hold on. The ball's loose. Why is he still continuing off the ball when it continued? Off the draw. What do you mean he's on the line? The, what is this officiating at? What is this officiating at that De'Aaron can still continue after getting tangled? Why not just give him a foul? Back Alvarado wishing, asking for a call. Ball nearly loose. Still recovered from half court. Alvarado with 1.4 seconds. He'll get a call. And it will be a foul for three. While they're still replaying De'Aaron Fox on the line. Oh, and that will be a call. I guess I got to replay because they just rewind it back over to De'Aaron Fox. Well, Frankie, sadly I cannot because copyright. I think you should know how this works. I think this isn't your first time on YouTube. They will remove it. So I don't know why it's not your first comment. I'm not trying to call you an idiot, but that's just a ridiculous question to ask when you know the circumstances of why people don't show the full footage of the game. Oh, kick out Towns. Mikal Bridges for three. Hey, there it is. Frustrations on the Spurs still. The Knicks are still closing the distance 39 to 42. I love how Mikal Bridges came from a good high arc, simple 3-point shot. Hey, let me just shoot like Lonzo Ball and Sean Livingston shared the same body. And by the way, sadly, an all-time great just recently retired. Yeah, I have to call him an all-time great, even though he was a division rival for over a decade. Shout out to Russell Wilson. A Hall of Fame level career, even though some stagnant last couple seasons for Denver, New York, Pittsburgh. I mean, Pittsburgh wasn't half bad. But kudos to Russell Wilson, a Hall of Fame level career. If it wasn't for the easy material jokes to make with his wife. I forgot Egrid. Oh, and Viper is there with Sagat. How long ago was this DLC pack? Can't wait for Virtua Fighter too. If y'all know, Virtua Fighter was like a 3D fighter that was around the same level as Tekken, before Tekken really, for like the original PlayStation and stuff. So when you guys see games like that, when it comes to like 3D sidestepping, combo heavy roaming fighting games, Virtua Fighter also comes to mind if it isn't Tekken, or you want to go Soul Calibur that was more weapons oriented. Me personally, I enjoyed my time with Soul Calibur, specifically Soul Calibur 2. Soul Calibur 3 was great. I haven't tried Soul Calibur 5, but I guess because of the meta. Soul Calibur, I think last time was Soul Calibur 6, they were trying to adapt around the fast paced roaming aesthetic that goes over with combo heavy dependent like fighting game meta. Because if you're trying to like survive in the ecosystem financially, you got to make yourself like fighting an esports heavily dependent monetizable wreck of a video game where you barely even feel like a video game now. Like look at Samurai Showdown. Look how much they bastardize Sparking Zero. Barely anybody's talking about Sparking Zero since it came back when people finally wanted the Sparking franchise, or you guys know it as Budokai Tenkaichi, to come back. And now more people are just excited to play Xenoverse. Wembenyama's only with 5 points, going 2 for 4, while Carl Anthony Towns showing up this time for the series with 14 points in the first half. What's popping, Crazy Juice? How are we doing today? Ready for game 2, man? I put that on Jalen Brunson. Oh, but up and under takeover by Dylan Harper. Purple rain. Purple rain. Purple rain. Ah, oh, come on. Sidestep. OG with the Skechers. Shot clock violation. Oh, Jesus. All right. San Antonio Spurs ball after a shot clock violation, last touched by OG Anunoby, holding it way too long off the double team. Down the lane, Brunson. Why kick it out when you got the lane to yourself? And now you got to go for a three. Come on, bro. Jalen, that was awful. 3-pointer. Vassell. Rebound back over Mikal Bridges. Brunson back. Back into the lane. Why you were so reliant on kicking out the ball, bro? And then it's back, just topsy-turvy basketball. Just take it to the hole, 3-pointer. Oh, finally. Let's go. Mikal Bridges back-to-back trays. 5.5 remaining here in the first half. Kick out. Harper for 3. Why the hell was Mikal Bridges dragging his feet? Luke Cornett tosses the ball out back to the Knicks. Dylan Harper, a bit of a touch on the side. OG Anunoby gets a fingertip on the block on Dylan Harper. Oh, ball nearly loose again. Keep losing it off the half court. But it's last touch over by Devin Vassell. Recovered by the Knicks. Vassell trying to still full court press, trying to make sure there's no lax, trying to press back court and try to spin off. Devin Vassell trying to poke the ball out. Hart trying to recover, but last touched over by the foot of Devin Vassell, so it's going to be Knicks ball. Why are we getting this review? What the fuck are you talking about? That's the last touch over by Vassell. There's no need for review. Is it because of the grab? Babooed. Brothers is getting fucking babooed. Fucking retard. There's no need for review on the call. And now they're going to call Josh Hart for an intentional tripping on Devin Vassell on the loose ball. And yeah, it's going to be a trip. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. How are the Hurricanes doing, by the way? I heard they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals since 2006. Anybody, let me know. Let me know. Ah! Talalunga. Ron Killens hasn't learned his lesson. Dun, dun, ooh, dun, dun, ooh, dun, dun, ooh, dun. Motors, no. I don't need Machine Gun Kelly for my SummerSlam theme. And Fred Durst in the Big 26. No. It can't be that bad out here that I need Machine Gun Kelly. Flagrant foul on Josh Hart's penalty, intentionally tripping. How long has been since WWE stars last were seen? Nearly 200 days Sheamus been off TV. 426 days because of Kevin Owens' injury. Ilya Dragunov 104 days, former United States champion since WrestleMania. Randy Orton's been out. So has been Stephanie Vaquer. I mean, she's been on television a bit, hasn't she? And CM Punk since after WrestleMania when he lost the world title to Roman Reigns. And Vassell will now have two free throws. Flagrant one called over for Josh Hart for an intentional tripping. Fucking communist. The series is tied currently for the. Then it's the Golden Knights versus the Hurricanes, right? Dun 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 dun. Wembenyama and he's matched up with Mitchell Robinson. Wemby kicks out over to Julian Champagny, hand in the face. Off defensive rebound, the ball's tipped over. Are you kidding me? How long are we going to get these calls? Landry Shamet now, loose ball foul on the Knicks. Kelvin Johnson creeping in the middle of the court. For anything that involves victimhood. I'm joking. But besides that, Knicks is going to be San Antonio Spurs again on the possession. And now Mitchell Robinson's on attack. Y'all trying to let them tie the fucking series, aren't y'all? What? Wemby pushes first, and yet you push over a technical foul not on the center that provoked him? F the Golden Knights. Let, us see if they can do it again. Shove off first coming from Mitchell Robinson. Wembenyama shoves off again. Wemby could have gotten as well. Then Wemby plays victim after the arms up. Kicks out. Ball stolen. Let's go. Down the lane, OG Anunoby, and he'll take contact. Gets on the line. Physicality's been way more potent here in the second quarter. We ain't no bitch. Oh, Champagne, not a swing. Over off the glass. Are you kidding me? Wembenyama will get on the line. Having an MVP chance, only having 6 points into the first half. Wembenyama will knock down, never knock down another shot here on the line. Wemby will knock down back. Let's go. Immersed. Aliens. Get him. I'm sorry. I'm joking. I'm joking, folks. Who you got, Crazy Juice? Kick out. Shamit. Still trying to attack over the rim and try to utilize kickouts. Oh, quick on the shot. Let's go. With the silly on deck. 3 for 3 from behind the arc. Mikal Bridges showing out here in the game 2 of the NBA Finals. 9 points. Keldon Johnson for the tray. Can't follow through. Double bounce off the rim. No good. Karl Anthony Towns over Mikal Bridges, not trying to ruin the hot hand. Landry Shamet taking it down the baseline. And there's the first lead change of the entire series. The longest deficit was a 12-point deficit here in the first quarter for the San Antonio Spurs. Behind the back, Dylan Harper matched up with Shamet with the bank shot and grabs the offensive rebound. Wembenyama catches up the pump fake, swings out over to Devin Vassell. 3-pointer and one. Oh, shit. 51-49 with an extra point behind the arc. Absolute criminal behavior. Oh, the hair. Oh, the hair. What? When was the braids considered a foul? Are you kidding me? Crazy Juice. If you're watching the finals right now, Appreciate it, Crazy Juice. I appreciate that. Did you see the foul that Jalen Brunson gave to Devin Vassell? He contested the jumper, but as soon as he goes for it, he catches contact off the dreads. Last time I checked, that's not a part of the. Okay, count it for 2. Let's go, Brunson. Nice shot. Nice play. I don't know. If that comes to bite us, a slap to the temple doesn't count as an extra point. Cuts over Fox. Vassell could go for the float, but he'll take the contact with Karl Anthony Towns. Can't follow through. Landry Shamet collects himself off the dribble. Could have been loose. Brunson gathers for 3. Oh, rattles the rim. No good. 2.5 remaining here in the first half. 7 for 18 from behind the arc has been the Knicks. Wembanyama bounces it over to De'Aaron Fox. Wembanyama sneaking over baseline. Julian Champagnie sidestep, try to collect himself. Kick out over. Oh, Vassell off the fall off. No count for the 3 off the flop. No good. Brunson hands it off. OG trying to take it on the up and under. Can't follow through. Ball's loose and it's called over. It's still going to be Knicks' ball. Last touch by Victor Wembanyama. 2 minutes remaining practically here. And I'm really trying to catch that lead change. We had it for like a short stint after that 3 made by Devin Vassell. That's still, I don't believe that shit should be foul. I gotta burn off the pizza after I was just in the gym this morning. That's gotta suck. I'm gonna just go for some late night cardio right after the stream. That sucks. Game 2 of the finals, Crazy Juice. You work late? Well, I hope you're not having a hard time. But I appreciate you coming on and watch the stream. Work late nights too, man. I wish I had to do a lot more sporting events if I had a more daytime schedule. Hell, I'll be covering a lot more World Cup games, even though I think, especially things are going to be more Eastern time, because we're going to be here in the United States, where the transit's going to cost as much as a new pair of Air Force Ones. Yes, a pair of sneakers is possibly cheaper than a public transit ticket to go take a shuttle down to MetLife. So you tell me what's a better investment. Watching Geno Smith throw 4 pick sixes in MetLife, or seeing Lionel Messi. Okay, you know what? I'm just begging you guys to just get overpriced World Cup tickets and a public transit ticket. Okay. I think Mets rather overpay for crypto than suffer for an affordable price, if we're being honest. And it sucks too. I have some family that are diehard Jets fans. But I feel like they had a good draft. Their offseason has been overly ambitious. They're going to be possibly a more defensive team. I don't think as good as when Sauce Gardner was on the team. They got a bunch of key pieces gone, especially Robert Saleh. That was a heavily more devoted defensive coach, like prioritizing the run game. But, another poor season like this, I hope they go Dallas Mavericks on the front office. Woody Johnson needs to be absolutely just evicted from the MetLife. He sucks. He sucks. Woody Johnson goes for freaking Madden ratings to dictate if a player is worth taking for a draft pick. I can't take that man seriously. Yeah, Viva Mexico! Y'all still starting Raul Jimenez in Big 2026? Don't get me wrong, he was a good striker 10 years ago. Back then when the Wolves were actually an actual exciting Premier League team, and now these guys got relegated to the second division. Yeah, I'm still really upset what happened to Diego Luna. I think he's also Mexican, isn't he? Because he gets advertised to be this next big star for the United States national team. I'm not saying like best player on the team. We know that's LeBron James of soccer, Christian Pulisic. But like when it comes to like being a exciting prospect that people can actually be ready for, sadly he gets off the team for the World Cup selection. That gotta suck because he's a very talented player. When you see him play for the men's U.S. team, ball nearly loose, recovered by Brunson. Shamit back over to Towns, kicks out over OG. Still got ready for a hand in the face. Was Stefan Castle. Recovered, rebounded by Julian Champagny. Ball nearly loose, taking it off the backcourt. And it's going to be Knicks' ball. Let's go. Minute 14 remaining here in the first half. Crazy, just like realistic note. What you got the Mexico, they're getting grouped, or you think they're going to go deep in a knockout stage run? Do you take them as a black horse, or are you going to try to keep it honest? I'm not even saying this to be an asshole. I'm being. I want you like an objective opinion. How you feel like they're going to do? I feel like men's USA national team pretty much succeeded where we expected them to be. Good enough, good enough to not get grouped, but good enough to make the quarterfinal, and that's it. Not make like Morocco Cinderella run to finish third. Even though it was a very impressive run those guys made to the semifinal of the World Cup to lose to France. It was very impressive. Keldon Johnson matched up over Jalen Brunson. Oh, the shove off, charge foul. Back over with under a minute remaining. Brunson taken off the screen. Kicks out over to Towns. Wembanyama matched up with Karl Anthony Towns down the dime. Into two. Mikal Bridges has been the player of the half next to Karl Anthony Towns. Spin out up the post. Fox gives it to Keldon Johnson. Wembanyama matched up over with Towns with the overhead kick out. Brunson with the turnover. 25 seconds remaining. Wembanyama trying to sneak a little Alvarado. Well, the polar opposite of Jose Alvarado. He's like the shortest player on the team. Three-pointer. Towns! And our lead finally extends to the highest it's been. 4-point deficit with 4 seconds. De'Aaron Fox, that's been actually pretty invisible. Bricks a shot. Knicks lead at the half. 56 to 52. Word to Brunson, we taking game 2, man. Word to Brunson. You know, it's kind of sad now. Like, the Knicks have gotten so good that now, like, Carmelo Anthony mythos has been absolutely irrelevant. Maybe quarterfinals, you say? You mean Diego Linez? Is he an exciting talent? Is he coming from Europe or from Liga MX? Oh, also, did you hear the news? You heard Real Madrid was trying to make a blockbuster signing to help fix their team at the right wing position. Michael Elise to Real Madrid, possibly. I don't think I got any confirmed notes. I did hear 150 million euros, though. That's a lot of money. I haven't seen Real Madrid spend like over 100 million since Jude Bellingham, or if you want to go a bit farther down, like 2019 to like when they spent like over 107 million for what Eden Hazard when he used to be good. No offense, but the guy's retired. I can say it. He's that washed. He's like in his early 30s and he retired. I think brother's last World Cup was literally 2022 in Qatar. So the brother's just overall finished. And it's all due respect. Eden Hazard still had a very successful career. Won like two Premier Leagues, a Europa League. Was in like, would you say the golden generation, even though they didn't win anything? Like Belgian fans possibly were like Kevin De Bruyne, Thibaut Courtois, and Romelu Lukaku, Token Hazard. Who else? They have a lot of great players. I'm shocked they didn't go as successful as they did with their aging core nowadays. They have like an aging core with some good players. I do like some of the new Belgian players on the team, but other than that, like they're cooked. They're cooked. Like they're not even in the conversation when it comes to like favors. Like I think more people have Scotland being yeah, Scotland is more of a favorite than Belgium. Belgium now in the World Cup. That's insane. Oh God, Fernandez to Madrid, Tonali to Arsenal, Baliba to Spurs. I don't think that's happening. I did hear Enzo Fernandez to Real Madrid still, but we don't know until like I guess his contract officially retires. Oh, and Julian Alvarez possibly to Barcelona, but Atletico Madrid they're probably trying to hold him hostage for obvious reason. You don't want like your most highly valued player that just came in. The guy came in like literally what 2 seasons ago, and you want him to literally leave for possibly pennies on the dollar. The guy's really good. Jurgen Klopp. Oh, his agent denies a move to Real Madrid. That'd be so sacrilege, knowing his reputation. Oh, Jose Mourinho back to Real Madrid. Here we go. All terms have been verbally agreed between Jose Mourinho and Real Madrid. Waiting for the sign all documents. Plan for initial 2-year deal for Jose Mourinho to travel to Madrid after Real Bilbao game and the special one is back. Ooh. Well, that was a verbal agreement, so that's not really confirmed over the 2-year deal. Oh, Lamont Call is out. Ooh, he was a good player to watch for Bayern. That's a damn shame. He's a good player. Ooh, that's the way. I like it. Rio and Gamoa, not just today, for months, is untouchable. Seen crucial part of the project for Liverpool. Mmm. Did they finally fix that left flank issue? Fenerbahce president candidate Hakan Safi has reached an agreement with Mason Mount. Ooh, that's going to be a hint controversial if you guys don't know what goes on with Mason Mount. I still can't believe France lost to Ivory Coast. Yeah, that's insane. And the brother of one of the key players, Doué's brother, that plays for the Ivory Coast national team, won the game for France. That was insane. I saw the highlights. Ironically enough, the guy who got that pass through him was signed to Real Madrid just recently, Ibrahim Kanate. So, mm, you get that Liverpool ability. This is self sabotage in the best degree. I'm not gonna lie. It sucks too that he leaves on a free. I hate whenever you get like prime good players and they leave on a free, and you get no reimbursement for the transfer. Liverpool got hoed the same way they did for Trent Alexander-Arnold. That guy left for like 12 million euros when the guy is obviously the best right back of the world at that time when they last won the Prem. Do you think France is overrated? Let's keep it a buck. Everybody talks about their offense, but nobody talks about their defense. Well, their midfield more likely. And I'm not trying to like pull any narrative. I just like that you can fit every piece of the puzzle on a certain team, and I distinctly call you the winner of anything. We do the same thing for basketball. But honestly, hype aside, realistically, do we really believe France could actually go back to the finals? Just a thought, just a thought. All right. We'll, we'll go by that assessment, Crazy Juice, but we only got under a week before the tournament starts. Remember that. That's the way. I like it. What's with you old folks, especially Kenny the Jet Smith, fucking bow-legged, wishbone-looking ass legs with this Invisalign hairline he's trying to give himself? Well, we know that brother's been bald since the '90s. Like, you gotta stop, brother. You gotta stop. Trying to be like you're in a Fast and Furious movie. Like, brother, you stopped being 35 a minute ago. Embrace it. It's fine. Hey, whenever all you old '90s basketball players try to pretend like you're back in your early 20s, the last time you had hair before you started taking the sport seriously. It's not how it works. Shaq embraces being bald. Hell, that's like his second biggest brand about himself, other than his size, or that he had or that he had a rap career. I'm shocked. De'Aaron Fox, I thought he was going to be the best, like vocal point of the offense for the San Antonio Spurs, but he's been kind of invisible. And you know what? We can say that for the entire playoff for a guy like De'Aaron Fox. Taking him that max deal is just a fail safe for future picks, if we're being honest. So if De'Aaron Fox fumbles, they can just push over some dead cap that they can obviously reimburse because Spurs have a lot of picks, if we're being honest. That's the way. Oh, alley oop! What the hell? I thought that was an alley oop. Brother just pulled off a one-handed prayer when you were just tippy toes off the 3-point line. Man, if you don't stop. Florentino Perez plans to reach a $150 million bid on Tuesday for Michael Elise, Bayern Munich's right winger, and also for the French national team. He's like the SGA of soccer, if we're being honest. The nonchalant, the nonchalant athlete that tries to playing off everything with no emotion means he's cool. Very talented. I like Michael Olise. Very cool player. But Real Madrid, if we're being honest, that's not what you need. You need like a top defender. Like Enzo Fernandez on a free sounds smart. Ibrahim Konate on a free, smart. Michael Olise for 150 million is going to put necessary pressure that's just going to fall off Mbappe if he doesn't pan out. And God forbid we're seeing Adrian Broner, former former multi-time boxing champion, just be a running joke for a streaming content in this part of his life now. That's depressing. I feel bad. Jey Uso advancing Braun Break. The idea of Jey Uso advancing. Wait, hold on. They just showed Jack Reacher with a gun in his head. What the hell? The idea of Jey Uso advancing Braun Breaker, costing Seth Rollins his world title. Brock Lesnar, Brock returning to cost Obafemi King of the Ring in the final. So Jey Uso challenged Cody for the WWE title. Yikes! Yikes! It's universe mode match. Oh my god! This is so universe mode. Hell, I think universe mode would be a more integrally entertaining. If we're being honest. Oh, that's Carter Bryant. Oh, by the way, you guys saw Magic Johnson's who's that? Magic Johnson's son in the WNBA, I think plays. I'm sorry, plays for the New York Liberty now. So we're gonna make it back to the finals, baby. You get the DEI advantage, and of course his original. I'm joking. I am so joking. That is awful. I apologize. Oh my lord. That is off. That is off the charts. Oof. Yikes. You get so what is the combo deal for Madden gonna give you? Everything you'd ever want. More content, more drip, more season passes, more battle passes, more fentanyl. Long term servers? No. Entertaining content? No. Caleb Williams in the cover of Madden 27. Of all the young, exciting players, Josh Allen, James Cook, Deion Dawkins, DJ Moore, Spencer Brown. And don't get me wrong, Caleb Williams had an outstanding season for the Chicago Bears. But something about him being in the cover is like, are you sure there's not that many good players in the NFL anymore? For Caleb Williams to be the option that we put on the cover athlete. All due respect, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but it's just oof. Bosa. I know McCaffrey was on the cover. Obviously, would have been Drake May. We already had Lamar Jackson. Fuck. Wembenyama with the sidestep three. Not a quiet, a very in least impactful first half for Wembenyama. He's either been breaking shots, flopping, he just being reliant on the kick out. Not him being his dominating self, and thank God for that. Just play like Joel Embiid does when it's an elimination game, please. That's what I'm wishing upon Wemby. We in the second half of basketball. Let's get it. Trying to push this 2-0 series lead back at New York. Oh, ball nearly stolen. Is going to be last touched by De'Aaron Fox. Didn't Doris Burke try to pull off the French accent? I still remember that. That was the most cringe thing I've ever experienced. Castle catching the screen off the flare, catching the double. Bryant, it's going to be a foul. Second foul from Karl Anthony Towns catching the double. And Brunson, come on, take it away. Take out Hart. We're super reliant on the perimeter than we were the last series against Cleveland. Floater. Oh, can't get the ball with the second chance. Bucket. Come on, Towns. We are playing scared ball. Champagny swings over to Vassell. Stuck over with Wembenyama, backside of the post up the baseline, stuck with OG Anunoby. On the help defense, one-legged finish, and it's good off the fadeaway jumper from Wembenyama. Bridges that had a great first half. Catching off the blow by, kick out OG for three. Oh my goodness! Second three-pointer by OG Anunoby, and it's good for two. Julian Champagny, great defensive impact on the other side of the floor coming from OG. Ball nearly, and it's poked away. Wembenyama Knicks ball. Ball nearly poked away. Swatted at the second at the other side of the floor. 61 to 54 with 10 minutes. Oh, the ball gets swatted out. No foul. Mikal Bridges. Ball! Josh Hart with the block. And the shove off Julian Champagny on a transition foul on Jalen Brunson. Don't you dare disrespect my GOAT. Don't you dare. And look at Hart staying with them, getting a hand up and keeping that. And taking that both sides. Still going to be Knicks ball after the foul by Devin Vassell. Let's go. It's sad that YTC is in here. I guess he has other issues to deal with. Should have promoted on the community post, to be fair. Oh my goodness, Josh Hart, man. This isn't his time in LA. Denzel Valentine, that is not the shot. Step back. Three-pointer by Wembenyama. Oh my goodness. Still recovered after the spin away. Julian Champagny got his paddle back on defense. Hey, Brunson! Three-pointer timeout. Knicks with a double-digit lead for the first time in the game. Mamma mia! And you see a Knicks fans for somehow gray and white is getting overshadowed by orange and blue here on the road. Brunson with a three in the face of the 7 foot war. Eiffel Tower, Wembenyama. Ben Stiller's here, by the way. I'm talking about like it's 1999. I need to find that. I need to see that original song. I haven't listened to a lot of Prince in my life. Sadly, I've listened to, of course, a lot of Michael Jackson. Everybody was listening to Michael Jackson. But Prince, every, I guess because I'm not of that demographic, I don't listen to him a lot. But of course, everybody listens to Michael Jackson, especially thanks to that biopic that came out recently for Michael. It's literally called Michael. That I feel like is really inaccurate because if you've ever seen documentaries, the funeral, I think there was a funeral documentary right after Michael Jackson's death, saw the interviews. You personally like know of Michael Jackson's behavioral history, Neverland, his original voice. Yeah, his high pitched, beautiful singing voice. Yeah, that's obviously showbiz. Why he even has that. Don't get me wrong. He speaks like a normal person. And I guess like the historical inaccuracies, I don't think they'll have everything that Janet Jackson was expecting from this bio picture. That's why I feel like she kind of disconnected herself from the film, and it sucks too because I really like Michael Jackson's music, and we know this is just for streaming purposes and a lot of sponsorships because some of the newer artists like Drake likes quantity over quality, obviously. Jordan Love and Madden 27 is incredibly realistic. Oh yeah, an interception. Did they put live ESPN tickers first take? Hell, you know what else was cool? Brandon Perna and not Brandon Perna, but NFL primetime. Like I hate how Madden obviously does not use their likeness to actually use the broadcast, rights that they have originally, and use that to make the experience more realistic. Like I don't want ice cream design football gloves. Like I don't give a shit. Stop trying to make it like NBA 2K monetization. People already are almost on their last straw of NBA 2K, but they'll be back to play it. And that'll only be lasting over a month of the player base before around this month or next month, you'll see NBA 2K26 literally be free 99 on Plus Live if you have it. There's a QB sneak meter. Why do we have to time something that's completely by chance that is a sneak? But the only feature is they add the tush push. I think even in FIFA they're adding a hub world that I find completely unnecessary, honestly, because it gives an excuse to make it big for no reason. Seems like Spurs got a highlight right after commercial break. De'Aaron Fox finally does something with a floater over OG Anunoby. And one.
And the press is coming. Stefan Castle catching the double. Landry Shamet pull up off the float. Sidestep. Mikal Bridges pull. Oh my goodness. The hot hand. Mikal Bridges looking like Prime John Starks. 67 by 57. The 10-point deficit still happens. I am not pushing it. I'm sorry. Spin away from De'Aaron Fox coming off the screen. Big collision, and it will be an offensive foul by Victor Wembanyama, cutting off the momentum for that possession. Trying to take down Mikal Bridges with them. Brunson catching off the double. Champagnie, and he's stuck it. You see he's sticking with him with his hand on the arm, trying to push any disruption on Brunson, trying to stay with him. Oh, down the baseline, kicks out. Oh, off the pump fake. Towns swings over Landry Shamet, sidestep for three, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Oh, it'll be a travel off Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet, come on, man. I expect more from you coming out the second unit, man. You're like our second best guy off the bench. Next to Alvarado, and then I guess I'm going to count Jordan Clarkson. Wembanyama with a hefty jam off the handoff, finally. A score from Wembanyama. Brunson stuck over with Champagnie. The spin away, down the loose ball. Sticking with him is Julian, but the help defense, Castle. Shamet for three. Yes! Yes, 70 now to 59. Knicks lead still continues, and it's extending farther than I expected. Wembanyama sets the screen off the roll. De'Aaron Fox trying to overcommit over it was Mikal Bridges, but no one's there guarding. Three-pointer, trying to get the second chance bucket. Ball tips in. It's good, possibly off Wembanyama. Back to 9-point deficit. Mikal Bridges catching over the double, and now it's a foul. Last touch over Vassell. And here comes Dylan Harper with Keldon Johnson. The ball tipped away. Trying to fight for it was Karl-Anthony Towns from Wembanyama, obviously with a reach advantage. And then you see him, Wemby, Duncan, one-handed. You put him back on the 90s, people scared shitless. But Tumble can't block it. The only person that's matching him up with him possibly one-on-one is Manute Bol. But it was like 90s basketball. You flat-footed a man-to-man. You're screwed. No such thing as zone defense. No one's switching on Wemby. Oh. Hey, up the post. What? We mean against Karl-Anthony Towns. He didn't even touch him. Wemby was off the basket. You put, I think another person that might do well in the 90s. I think I got a nice compliment from Gary Payton what he said about Jalen Brunson. I think he compared him to a player like Nick Van Exel. And if y'all, and I've seen highlights of Nick Van Exel, if y'all saw him as a Los Angeles Laker, brother was a hooper. He would fit modern day basketball if you go back and see Nick Van Exel. Hell, I think somebody else did a comparison for Stephen Curry for a player back in the 90s. Abdul Raul Sharif, or I got that name wrong. I think it's the Denver Nuggets. But very talented, dual threat from behind the arc. You would think Anthony Edwards plays like a combination of Gilbert Arenas and Vince Carter. Oh, but you see that full court press coming from Keldon Johnson. Oh, but Towns pump fakes. Oh, I would have pulled up and got the contact, but Towns separating and trying to take it up the post on the inside. Offensive foul on what? Brothers is fucking some BBC right now. He's on some dick and balls. What is the officiating going on? Towns gathers back on the ball on the loose one. Bumps off his backside. That's able to do. Did he? Don't you dare say it's going to be an elbow. When he's hooking, Stephon Castle's hooking. What? Oh God, they still can't shoot. Okay, Keldon Johnson with the putback though off the spin away finish. I remember when he was a starter. Yikes. Keldon Johnson gets the Isaiah. Wait, I forgot his name. Jonathan Isaacs. He's a Jonathan Isaac now of the team, coming from that rebuilding team, and now you're a rotation. Oh, rattles around the rim, can't recover. It's going to be rebounded back over Stephon Castle. Keldon Johnson swings to Dylan Harper, and he's matched up. Come on, guys. 3-pointer by Castle on the face of Brunson. Spurs are battling back with bullshit officiating decisions. I swear I got I Show Speed, the second World Cup song stuck in my head. Here's the second World Cup song. Anything's better than I'm seeing from Jelly Roll, for being honest. What are we doing? Wembanyama misses a dunk off the alley-oop in the middle of the break. Shamet to Brunson off transition. Oh, but no one's there to defend Mikal Bridges. Baseline jumper off the spin away. Good work off the mid-range by Mikal. He's been absolutely picture perfect offensively today. Mamma mia. Down the up and under. Oh, not Mitchell Robinson with the rejection. Let's go. Handoff over Bridges. We ain't chucking anything today, guys. Brunson, literally David versus Goliath. Matched up with Wembanyama, but the help defense. Catch Landry Shamet. Pull up from midi. No good defensive rebound by Devin Vassell. That hesitation pissed me off from Landry Shamet. He's not been his best this game so far. Wembanyama knocks down a three to finally push the deficit to 4 points. Now 74 to 70 right now. Wemby with a way better third quarter. This is not what we need at this time of the game, but a good bucket by OG Anunoby. See Spurs trying to fight back for any ball they can get. They don't want the Knicks to get any comfortability to make it their game. And it's going to be timeout. The Knicks got way too fucking lax whenever they get in the lead. While Spurs trying to flop, reach, look Wembanyama trying to pimp slap OG Anunoby in the middle of a bucket. What's the song called, by the way, Crazy Juice? It's called Champions. Oh, Jesus Christ. I could have a check mark for almost every song called Champions, man. I literally have at least a Jericho list long, bro. I swear to God. Shakira fans and I Show Speed fans are at war. For what's an iconic song? Well, of course, the glaze is going to come to the newer gens that are like possibly uber casuals of football anyway. So I wouldn't even let that like come to pass. I'm not going to bother with that. But you know, I Show Speed has a very successful song that's catching everybody's attention for the tournament. Have at it, man. Kudos to I Show Speed. Good for him. Uh, well, my body's possibly going to be aching tomorrow morning, and I possibly got to do this again around Sunday. Go to the gym, try to burn off a bit of the pizza. But you know, it was nice. Maybe I'll push a regimen at least 3 to 4 days a week in the gym. Take some rest days and do predominantly cardio.
Trying to get my legs back so I can hoop a bit more often. Trying to actually get an active lifestyle going. I saw the Jordan 40. If you, I know if you're not really a basketball shoe fan like that, Crazy Juice, the Jordan 40s look amazing. I saw like a lot of basketball NBA players wear it, and it looks awesome. And I heard it's a good performer too. I like him. Kobe sixes are a bit overrated though, and they break easy. So I'd rather go for something that is obviously high quality, could cushion my feet because I'm a hefty dude. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you saw the Nike commercial as well for the World Cup with them in like in a director in a with a director trying to orchestrate order and everybody trying to do Hollywood chaos while playing football. That's actually a good commercial. Let's give it over to the World Cup commercial. That was actually a good commercial. That was finally a good World Cup commercial. Very good commercial with everybody playing football. Zlatan trying to get involved. It's freaking tough. Paul Westhead, former Lakers head coach, Chuck Daly Lifetime Achievement Award, and if you guys remember, replacement head coach before Pat Riley for the Showtime Lakers for a young Magic Johnson, Paul Westhead, if y'all are like old enough to remember. I don't know how old you were for the Showtime Lakers era, Crazy Juice. 3-pointer, no good off Stephon Castle. Defensive rebound by Landry Shamet, but he needs to slow down the tempo to give it to somebody. Mitchell Robinson sets a screen off the roll, spins away so he can find an option behind the arc. Miles McBride is stuck. Keldon Johnson is stuck, but shot clock is coming. Deuce. Sidestep, pull-up jumper from Midi. High arc, knocks it down. Let's go, Deuce. Give a little weight on that jab, though. Pull up like Hoodie Mello. It's Carmelo Anthony, folks. I'm not pulling that shit. Y'all better not hear LaMelo. Oh, another missed shot. Mikal Bridges. Come on, Mikal. Behind the back. Tween with the screen. Dylan Harper going head first into danger for the pull-up J. Oh my goodness. Mikal, how many shots has he made this game? I'm so proud of him. He's the second highest scorer on the team. 18 points and he's shooting efficient. Second highest over Karl Anthony Towns. Keldon Johnson's going on the line after a missed lay. No disrespect to the majority of the new generation is dumb as hell. Yeah, sometimes. Oh, check out the Nike commercial when you have the chance. I wasn't born to witness the Lakers Showtime Lakers. Oh, so you're not that old. Sorry. But Paul Westhead was like an old head coach around that era. The only reason why I know him because I watched that Winning Times show. Technically, this is like a biopic that went over like Magic Johnson and his time with the Showtime Lakers, but it ended like early before we even get into hell. I wouldn't mind if it went around the time of the beginning of Michael Jordan's young career when he became the face. I don't think they'll go reaching up to the age trial. I'm back to the age controversy, and of course the Team America Dream Team would have been fun to see. Saying a lot of possibilities for good television because every actor I felt like hit a role great. Ooh, Dylan Harper trying to force a kick out, spin away by Alvarado, sticking with De'Aaron Fox. 3-pointer by Carter Bryant, no good. 3-pointer missed. Alvarado hits over to Deuce McBride, stuck with Wembenyama, sets the screen over to switch Alvarado under a minute. Real Goliath. Landry Shamet, baseline jumper, can't follow through. Ball gets tipped out of bounds by Dylan Harper. It's out of bounds.
Still 82-73 heading into the fourth. Knicks, we need to really hold on to this goddamn lead. I'm being dead ass. Robinson, of course, with the handoff. 10 seconds on the alley-oop. Hey, yo, dunking on Wembenyama. Patrick Ewing's here, baby. I won't buy your shoes, but I respect the hustle. Wembenyama, jab step on the foul line, leaning jumper, and Wembenyama's had a way better second half than he was already had at first. 15 seconds, and Wembenyama nearing 20 with 12 in the third. Heading with 10 seconds before we head into the fourth, 84-75 with only 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, missing out the jumper. Alvarado pump fakes. Float with 1 second left with a tip back by Mitchell Robinson. Miss will end at 84-75 anyway. Mama mia, you can see the frustration on his face. 84-75. Prime time. Fourth quarter. Can Mike Brown get it done? A deciding factor of the series with the New York Knicks with a 2-game series advantage heading back to the Garden in Game 3.
Or they can tie the series and the Spurs can still make this a game. Oh shit, my fault. I am way off. Oh, I apologize, Crazy Juice. Oh, like Kobe Shaq era. Never mind. Daniel Cormier reveals he and John Jones were offered 7 figures to wrestle. DC declined. It claims that John turned it down while and he will only do submission only grappling matches. I don't even know why that would be a turn off point to negotiate when you guys were given millions just to play fight. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't you guys disrespect the wrestlers for that type shit? Why we need Timothy Chalamet looking back at Brunson like he's a bad bitch? Why is that a meme? Oh, Kiana James and Julia's partnership is done. To the Oh my god. No, not like this, man. Come on. They were supposed to win the women's tag titles. Come on. Guys? Oh, none of you guys are here. Okay. What do you mean nobody cares? Oh, how was the show? Stevie Richards got a problem, man. It might be me. It might be time to lay off Triple H pipe. Oh, damn. Yeah, he does have a bunch of content involving Triple H. most insecure, pathetic Triple H story. Yeah, god damn. Even Stephanie McMahon, you can't even keep faith off. Don't get me wrong, you can make a bunch of content involving the McMahon family, especially Stephanie and Triple H, around the authority angles, of course, their pecking order, around the booking they got backstage, because of course they have heavy, more creative liberty backstage. So you would understand. We getting AI leaked footage of dolphins playing around while you're playing GTA 6. Why is that an AI? Why would you make that an AI?
84-75. Oh, Shamit falls out. Keldon Johnson catching on the pump fake, missing a play, missing the lay. Keldon Johnson, Alvarado stuck over off the screen by Mitchell, flares off the screen. Brunson needs to find a screen. No, never mind, it's two, so I apologize. And yes, it's because he has a two jersey. Fadeaway jumper, high arcing jumper off the midi. Offensive board picked up by McBride. Oh, come on. Keep that hot hand alive. Offensive rebound by Alvarado. Shamit chucks a three with only 11 seconds. Bang! Bang! Knocks it down like Uncle Ben down an alley. Or that was downtown. I think that was downtown, wasn't it? Uncle Ben got shot by that mugging. Three-pointer by Wembenyama. Oh, boy. Wembenyama's been the only offensive key piece on for the San Antonio Spurs. 22 points after a 13-point comeback offensively for Wembenyama, but the Knicks extended their lead by 10-12. Oh, but the ball poked away. Mitchell Robinson recovers. Ball poked away. Stefan Castle recovers after it got loose. Keldon Johnson takes a baseline, falls, and the ball front gets loose. Will it be Knicks possession? It's still San Antonio's ball after all that? After all that? After all that? Oh no! Wow, that's nice to see you too, John Jay. How did you? You thought it was who? That is ridiculous. You're tough. That's a heavy accusation, John Jay. By the way, that's a heavy accusation. Imagine if it. Imagine if Grande Americana was Del Rio, though. That would have been harsh, harsh criticism. But kudos to Chad Gable, man. He was a superstar in his own right. He did a great job of Grande Americano, probably the best rivalry of the year. And it wasn't even in WWE television. He gets treated like Sin Cara Negro while, oh, good take. Wembenyama with a block off the backhand. Are you kidding me? Ball gets poked by Brunson. Wembenyama. Back it down, back it down. Shamit to Hart. Back to Carl. Brunson stuck with Fox. Wembenyama with a great block, and it'll be shoved off. Foul. And you see Brunson and Fox going at it with a bit of an eye to eye when Mikal Bridges trying to separate. We're going back to the 90s with this type of altercation, physicality, hustle, a lot of aggression, which I'll expect in an NBA Finals. I think this latter half of the decade, we're going to get a lot of more entertaining finals since that 7-game series between the Pacers and Thunder. That's not the wide receiver I want. He's not 6'4" and from the Big Ten. my God! Well, John Jay, he's not 6'4". He's not African American. He's not from a Power 5 conference. That means he's completely worthless. Bridges back to Brunson. On the face of Wembanyama grazes the rim. Mamma mia, it goes nowhere. Like, all due respect to Kenny, I do respect his takes in certain aspects, but I think disagree with him heavily on the way he critiques players that would be an impact when they're immediate starters on the team with key pieces on why we go 500. And this was an aging core, probably the oldest team in the NFC West. Oh, Mikkel, it's not the right time to choke jumpers, bro. When you were like heavily efficient from the last 3 quarters. Lob Wembanyama. Brunson stuck. How in the hell did Wemby miss a lob like that? I'll take it. Good dime. Shamit, back to Hart, back to Shamit, back to Brunson. Down the logo, finding an option. Towns shoving off of. Oh, look at the shove off. Massive physicality here. Back to Towns to Hart. Shamit with a quick jumper. Hey! 3-pointer. Fuck you, San Antonio. 3-pointer, 90-82. The controller looks, the second player controller seems to be off for San Antonio. Mamma mia. Let's go. I feel good. I knew that I would have. I feel good. I can't dance. I can't dance like. I can't dance like him. And welcome to the show, John Jay.
Hola, fairies.
Wow. He said it,
I'm
not
sorry.
me.
I'm sorry.
How you
It's
doing,
it's
John Jay?
it's Tommy Huxley. He says that all the time. So
Oh,
I
yikes.
yeah.
He gets away with that?
Yes. He's
That is
Tommy.
toxic. Well,
Tommy says like the most most obscene things.
hola, putas. This is an AA meeting. Hell are you doing?
Yes, I was telling Crazy Juice that our fan base is crying because apparently because we're gonna have World Cup soccer games, we don't want to win a Super Bowl. What does that have to do with the NFL?
At least MetLife will actually have a championship game for once. Dominican sniper Carl Anthony Towns. Who made this? Please send this to me.
Mhm.
This is ridiculous.
So I have to ask this question: are the Sixers winning it? I'm sorry.
All right, John. All right, John.
No, John. This is a
You don't need
dream.
more salt
The
into the
Knicks were
wound.
eliminated. As he probably would have told me.
It was a dream. Statistically, well, John Jay, if we're being honest, statistically speaking, the Cavaliers would be up 2-0 the series against the San Antonio Spurs.
Wow.
If that doesn't get Kenny Atkinson fired after all that BS was said, I don't know what will.
Mhm.
Donovan Mitchell is going to be the next generation of James Harden, if we're being honest.
Yep.
Feels so good. So good.
I know, like
So good.
basically after the what's his name? Damn it, I'm blanking out his name. Miles Garrett. After the Miles Garrett
Oh,
trade, all
God.
49er fans are
Remind
like,
me.
we don't
Not
want to win a
remind me.
Super Bowl. We don't want to win a Super Bowl. Why are we so scared every year?
And then Aaron Donald has been teased to come back to the fray to help the Rams to make. Oh God, Jared, I feel you know they got the worst receiving end of this. Jared Verse, guys to play for the Cleveland Browns now with All Pro Bowl quarterback Shador Sanders. Don't you believe in Pro Bowl quarterback Shador Sanders?
I don't know. I'll be completely honest. I know my my 49er brother Kenny. He's like, he's the next Tom Brady. I'm like, no, let's not do that. Let's not set him up to fail. All he really needs is a good team around him.
Sure was like a 5th round pick. Are you kidding me? And you're telling me you're gonna compare to Tomo because he was like what last like what 6th round pick of the NFL draft? Up and undertake. Oh my goodness! Crash and burned Dylan Harper, and it's gonna be a foul on OG Anunoby. Oh, John, you don't know how much my heart is racing that we can keep this deficit.
Oh yeah, there's a basketball game on. Let me turn it on.
Yeah, it's game 2 of the NBA Finals.
Oh, it's a close game.
Very close. We were up by at least 10, but the Spurs keep battling back thanks to the dominance of ref ball. And like Wembanyama
He
had like
said ref.
I'm sorry. I mean Wembanyama dropping 10 plus points. Manu Ginobili does look like Voldemort. Oh my god. All right. 83-90, Knicks lead. Patrick Ewing. I saw Ben Stiller here. I thought Spike Lee would make the trip, but I guess he wouldn't. Oh, nice swing. OG. I just hate that we're a bit over reliant on the kickouts, though. Oh, offensive rebound. Oh, loose ball, foul. Are you kidding me? Is that on Josh? Yo, ref, how much? Just tell me. I won't match it, but I just want to know. You're my primary source. They battled literally by fingerprint to the basketball, and you're going to count that as a loose ball foul? Oh yeah, getting absurd. Yeah, the calls are getting absurd. Fuck this referee. What's his name? Brothers? Fuck him. He called a foul on a goddamn hand to the hair. I'm being serious, John. And scored. Brunson. You ever caught a foul called because you hit a man's dreadlocks? Like, are you serious?
Dreadlocks.
I'm being serious. That was. They'll probably show it on X or on YouTube.
X.
I
What
don't
is this
care.
X? It's no longer Twitter no more? Come on, John. I don't care.
I have never saw a personal foul on hair before in NBA before. Well, technically speaking, it's part of the body. You know what else? Attached to the body that the player can't remove.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! Oh, Stephon Castle takes a big collapse. Mamma mia, that's not the way to go. He's been quiet offensively. But Towns takes the smart kick out to OG Anunoby, rattles around the rim. Ball gets poked over, offensive rebound by Brunson. Deuce McBride! Let's fucking go! This is for all the big women in San Antonio.
He said big women.
There's something about those big old women in San Antonio, John. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
You know those big old women in San Antonio? Oh my god.
Someone was saying earlier when I was at my job, and they were saying, I'm afraid to say my speech, John. I'm like, afraid of what? Oh, he wasn't making any sense. And are you saying that?
What speech is that?
I'm like, so what you're saying is that you're afraid to speak your mind? And I said, aren't you a grown adult? He got so mad at me.
I mean, some guys don't always have the confidence to say what they really feel outside. So I'm not going to mock that, but you're just saying that aloud. Just say it, bro.
Remember,
Even if it takes a bit of motivation.
Remember, I'm from California. I grew up in the '90s. We grew up in a culture where there was a lot of horrible things happening. I don't want to say certain things as we're on YouTube, but I do want to say this: when you grow up in that rough environment, you don't care if you like piss off people because as I have got older, I'm like, is society like
Hold
very
that thought, John. Let me
sorry,
use the restroom for a quick
go
second.
ahead. Oh, I forgot to say what's up to Crazy Juice. He's in the chat. Oh, he's leaving. All right, Crazy Juice.
This is how New York are the Knicks are white John Jay. You know how New
Mm-hmm.
York the Knicks are? Jalen Brunson's half Jamaican. We have a Puerto Rican and Dominican player on our starting five. We also have one Canadian and a British person.
Okay.
All we're missing is a half Italian. I don't know if Tyler Kolek is half Italian or Jewish. That would work.
That's how the American soccer fans are. This American player is this. This American player is that. Okay, that's wonderful. But what does that have to do with us sucking? How dare you? We don't suck. They're all in Europe. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Wembenyama screaming off the bench with his team in the middle of the huddle, obviously not satisfied with the performance of the team at this portion of the game, knowing what's on the line with a 2-0 series lead when they're back on the road in New York. 3 blocks, 22 points, and 7 boards. Wembenyama has obviously been the benchmark for the Spurs so far this series. While he has to get manhandled by Karl Anthony Towns, but Wembenyama doesn't care. Rattles around the rim. Oh, missing a shot. Are you kidding me? Julian Champagny off the screen. Brunson matched up with Wembenyama. Swings out over to McBride. Stuck over to Karl Anthony Towns. OG Anunoby bumps over Tyler Kolek and dunks on him. Go New York, go New York, go. John, you can sing the Ninja Turtles theme song. Please.
Turtles.
Teenage Ninja Turtles. Oh boy. Well, sadly, I guess we're in the injury timeout. Dylan Harper doesn't seem to be 100%. But look at this. OG Anunoby off the dribble, taking it down the lane and posterizing over the 7'4" Frenchman Wembenyama. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. After all that, turtle power.
I had a friend who said that one of the reasons why he liked the Ninja Turtles was all they ate was pizza, and he's like, "That's all I want to do, John, is eat pizza."
I can only have that once a week, John. But it's worth it when you get it. I also love to make pizza my diet if I ever. I mean, you can make it healthy, but it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same. Sometimes the unhealthy crap is what makes you feel alive.
Well, it's process like I tell YTC all the time. One of the reasons why he's lost a lot of weight is like, oh, it's my calorie intake. No, you're eating healthier. You're eating real protein. When you say, oh, I'm having steak. Steak is real. real.
Yeah, steak is real. You can have steak, rice, beans, a bit of chips.
You know.
Yeah, just portion it, and you'll be
Now,
perfectly fine with some real
if
food.
you go to like a specific place that is
Hmm.
like a processed steak place, because like in California we got like these like what they're called all you can eat stuff,
Like Outback.
stuff like that. That stuff is like
Mhm.
processed meat because like steak is
Okay.
not cheap. Steak is kind of expensive, and so people think, oh, I'm eating steak at a steak chain house. You're eating fake steak. Arby's is not real. Just want to point that out.
Anything called a steakhouse chain is obviously not real steak. I'm not gonna lie. If you hear chain in the end of the restaurant, that's not a real place
Mhm.
where they sell real food.
Oh, I just noticed.
Well, Ronaldinho's doing a McDonald's commercial with David Beckham and
David Beckham.
Thierry Henry. The monetization's
They're like,
ingrained.
buy
They
McDonald's and
saying
you get these cool cups.
you get these World Cup cups to make you pretend that McDonald's is a soulless corporate rental house.
I actually was watching because I have the Roku channel, and they updated the series of the History Channel's the foods that build America, and they were talking about McDonald's, and basically like you stole a company that wasn't yours, and you instead of franchising, you became a real estate. McDonald's is not a burger place; it's a real estate company that makes trashy food. I said it.
Hey, honesty never been something you ignore, John Jay. So I'd keep it.
No, because well, no, one time I was talking about McDonald's is crappy, and then one of those troll accounts that has like these goofy names. He's like, McDonald's is real food.
What? He's got to be from the Midwest. Brunson, take it at half court. Down the press off Julian Champagny. Take the floater. Come on, Brunson. Ah, is it going to be back over Spurs basketball? 4 seconds left on the shot clock. It's going to be Knicks.
I like I like my new temp job.
My brother tried to convince me to get a reptile pet. And it's like, which pet doesn't want to eat, make sure my finger is a chicken nugget?
Yeah, I like my
Which lizard?
I like my new temp job. The contract's gonna end.
Oh yeah, how is it?
Yeah, so basically, in late March, I worked at the pier, the famous pier in San Francisco, Pier 39.
Come on, Bridges. Fuck.
And
Oh, come on.
after 3 weeks, they moved me to um it's like it's in the area called Golden Gate Park, where like you're like the person in charge of the merry-go-round. So that's what I do.
Oh
And
God, I'm sorry, John. We're in a 9-0 run. The Spurs were in a 9-0 run. Shit. Oh God, I'm scared.
yep.
Continue.
So I'm kind of excited because my last day is the second day of the World Cup. So all I'm gonna miss is
Hmm.
the Mexico and South Korea game, I think. But I'll be able to watch
Ooh.
that. And I told the temp people that I'm gonna take 6 weeks off to watch the World Cup, and they're like, "No worries." It's like it's not like it's a real job. It's a temp service. So, but I hope in the start of the school year for the next school year, like the more places are looking for sports coaches, because I had a good job. I was doing really well. I was saving up money, and they're like, "We're gonna let you go," and it was like a very bad
Fuck
taste
you.
in my.
I'm joking. I know it's not like that.
Yeah, this is a good basketball game.
Oh god, the Spurs are killing my heart. Wembenyama's battle for my heart, folks. Somebody said wet banana to make fun of his name. It's Victor Wet Banana.
Yep. So you want to hear something funny?
Oh no.
So recently California had some elections, and there's a possibility that California could have a British governor.
The
Cheerio.
irony.
And he's a Liverpool fan. So
Ew.
his first decree is like, besides all the boring,
Didn't the
like
coach get fired? Brunson, come on. Oh my god, we're chucking shots to the wind.
damn. What was I gonna say? He says his first act, California will be a Liverpool state.
Take that back.
I'm like,
Does
and then
that
Gavin's
even
like,
would you consider Liverpool to be a California-like team?
I don't know. I've never been to Liverpool. All I know is Gavin, and Gavin is so funny. He's like, "Come on, John G, join the Liverpool, just like the Niner Empire. Join the Liverpool Empire."
A 14-0 comeback from the San Antonio Spurs to tie the game after it was like 85 to 91. Come on, Landry. Kick out. Oh, hell no. Pump fake. OG, foul. The fuck you mean that's not a foul? OG Anunoby got hit in the wrist.
Uh-oh.
Can we go back on that ref cam, John J? Why is your camera blank?
Are they cheating?
What, John J? What's the ref camera looking like?
I don't know.
What's the ref cam? What do you mean it's blank? It's black? Why? Yeah, that's a hand. That's a hand by Julian Champagny.
Damn.
That doesn't even take that hard to review. How in the hell do you think that's a... Well, thank you for being on with us, Crazy Juice. But oh my god. Let's see that referee vision so we have a different perspective. And that's blacked out too. Okay. Somehow Wembenyama's legacy is more important than the Knicks winning back a championship. Okay.
Did well, I don't know if Crazy Juice is still around, but did Show Gambly pay the refs? I'm sorry.
Possibly.
I'm so messed up. I hate the Dodgers, so I will always shit on them.
Sorry, didn't last time somebody tried to catch a man off the leg off a base slide, trying to get it from second, and then he tried to catch a guy from the ankle? I think that the Dodgers played the Mets that time.
Yeah. Like if Crazy Juice is listening, well, for sure, Corona, he's not here because he's busy. Those guys are my 49er, guys, but I just can't stand the teams that they like. They're good people. It's just like, they just chose some bad teams. Anyway, I wish I would have had time to go to the Tom Grassi thing. I saw the video yesterday on my way to work, and he passed by Candlestick Park, so I'm glad. I wish I was there. I would have talked to him so much. He was at the ballpark where the San Francisco Giants play.
Ooh.
And yep, it looked like a smaller crowd than when he was in Santa Clara.
Well, it's ballparks. They play almost every day, so you don't expect everybody to sell out, big capacity every week.
No, I'm talking about the Tom Grassi thing. Like,
oh, yeah.
He's doing
Did you see him go one-on-one with Brandon Perna?
Oh, there's a bunch of those videos.
They were actually hilarious. It's like, that's good technique. That's good technique.
Sheesh. I saw one before he uploaded the Seattle one. There's a guy called Norb Cam. I don't know why you call yourself that. He's a friend of CG, and he's a Seahawks fan. And he's like, I don't care if the 49ers win 5 Super Bowls. I will always say, we won a Super Bowl in your home stadium.
Ridiculous. Wembenyama with a bucket. Not 99 to 100. Brunson taking it off transition.
Boom.
We're in crunch time now, folks. 2 minutes, 2:15 remaining here. Brunson bounces the pass over to Mikal Bridges, trying to create separation with Devin Vassell, taking a screen. OG Anunoby to shift. Wembenyama catching the perimeter. OG, take it baseline down the lane. Put it back. Come on. Oh my goodness. I swear, check it. Second chance buckets for Karl Anthony Towns. I don't know how. I don't know how he's not getting put back. Trying to crash the glass and take it to the rim. I don't know how. Oh, and we're getting a call. Inbound back to the.
It's a good game.
To 99, under 2 minutes. Oh, but Fox kind of slice and dice his way. Imagine if the Spurs win a championship with a former Kings player while a Kings coach is coaching. Wembenyama, air ball, Victor Wembenyama. Bridges back to Brunson. Brunson slices up and under. How do you blow that layup Ewing style? How? Chase down blocked by Karl Anthony Towns. Unbelievable. Oh, fucking goal. All right. Was Karl under the rim? The reach after Towns. Towns, that was clean. He didn't even interfere with the rim. Where did you get a goaltend when he was all ball off the block? That is a clean chase down block. Stop trying to make it the Spurs game on the road. Stop doing it. Brothers. I know you treat that whistle like you do Wembenyama in the locker room, but that doesn't mean you have to try to screw us like you screw him. That's pissing me off.
I noticed.
I don't care what I said, John Jay. I know what I said.
Well, that's all right. I'm still trying to understand. He missed the layup, hit the glass, and then he slapped it back.
So remember that block Kevin Durant had when he double blocked it off the glass, but he still had contact with the ball when it was on the glass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're counting that as a goaltend.
Again,
he didn't even interfere with it entering the basket. He didn't even interfere with the rim.
Again, I'm confused. Whatever.
They'll just show clips. Mikal Bridges trying to kick out. Dylan Harper off the loose ball. Oh my lord, no. Oh, taking it down the lane, Wembenyama, and one. Oh my god. It's a lead change. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
It's a good game.
David Robinson, you bald piece of shit.
And I don't understand. I saw the play, and so again, if they've changed the rules, and again, I don't even understand basketball anymore because I remember.
Do you believe it's a goaltend? It's your opinion. No one's trying to change your opinion.
I don't think it was a good call. I'm not saying the referees are correct, but I'm trying to he missed the shot. The ball again. Anyway, whatever.
I mean, you see this plenty of times.
Like
Brunson, fadeaway jumper, one leg. Tie game.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Timeout.
That is a ridiculous call. Where in the hell? Now, hair follicles count as vehicular manslaughter, and now we get chased down blocks. LeBron James. That means LeBron James would have been a goaltend when they beat you back when it was a game 7.
Whatever.
Blocked by James. Sorry, goaltend. The fuck? Iguodala Finals MVP. I bet that would have happened if the Warriors won instead of the Cavaliers.
The funny thing about it, the funny thing about LeBron James's career, when he went to Miami, he's like, we're not gonna win one, we're not gonna win, we're gonna win this, and then his very first year they lost to the Mavs. Then they won
They
two
beat
in
a
a
young
row,
Thunder.
and then on the fourth try they lost. So basically, he was 500 in winning titles in Miami. Then he goes
Yeah.
back to Cleveland. He's like, I'm gonna get. Well, Kyrie Irving was there. I'm gonna bring in Kevin Love from Minnesota, and if it wasn't for like, and again, the past is the past. If the Warriors didn't screw up, I think 2016 or 2017, whenever the year, LeBron James would have had 2 titles, and going back to Cleveland will be 0. And
Breaking a jumper, but offensive rebound. Oh, never mind. Recovered.
and
Timeout. Timeout. Knicks after grabbing the defensive rebound. Sorry.
last but not least, 2020, the NBA should have said, we're going to suspend the league. Whoever is on top will get the trophy, and then deal with the repercussions of 2020. And then you put them in was it Miami, or they were in Florida?
Orlando. We were in Orlando for the bubble.
And that was the most weirdest thing I saw. And then the Lakers won. So I don't know how you count that. It's like the Dodgers and the Rays in 2020 in a 60-game shortened season. And the Dodgers almost choked.
Ah!
Because the game went, I think it was like 7 games. And so
It was a 7-game. It was a 7-game series for the Marlins.
no, I'm talking about it was the Rays versus the Dodgers in 2020.
Rays.
Yeah. But I'm not going to lie. The Dodgers won 2 World Series in a 162 game season. So the is what it is.
It is so difficult to even try to replicate that type of production for the season. The worst part too, you try to trim it down the season, the revenue shortage.
Mm-hmm.
That will always be a concern.
And then the NFL season was stupid, but at least the Super Bowl had fans. But the NFL, they don't care. Like a buddy of mine was joking around. The NFL, they will even play if there was an earthquake.
Oh yeah, they might.
They wouldn't care.
I think one time they still played during a lightning storm. Brunson, with a one-handed heave, don't even know why gamble that type of possession when we have overtime. Oh, ball's loose! Wembanyama shows Brunson out. Oh, a foul by Wembanyama. Spurs, sorry.
Yeah, before I went to work today.
John Jay, the nuns are here. They got the nuns here.
Yeah,
A contested gamble by Brunson. After the ball was loose after a turnover, Wembanyama accidentally hit Stephon Castle from behind. Brunson can clutch it. Yes! One foul shot. One more, and then it's a gamble to go to San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like the. I know some. I know OGs back in the day don't really like the Jordans after Jordan 14, but I like the Jordan 40s. I like the pair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, San Antonio was part of Mexico, just like California. So
Mm.
they have a lot of cities with sand because a lot
Oh,
of
come
people.
on, Jalen. Oh, the ball still recovered. Wemby. Oh, Lord Cornett. Timeout by San Antonio in a timely fashion with only 7.5 seconds remaining.
Oh no, someone is gonna win this game. We don't know who.
Please be New York. Please, John. Hustle play. Luke Cornett about to chuck the ball out for transition. Timeout was called. 7.5 seconds with fake Popovich. When ball was swatted and hits the knee for a possible kick ball.
This is a good game.
Also, San Antonio still has an opportunity here to push a jumper to either win the game. So it's all on the defensive side of the ball for the Knicks for the last 7 seconds. If it can just stop one shot, please.
This has been a good game since I turned it on when there was like I think 8 minutes left.
Yeah, unprecedented comeback from the San Antonio Spurs after it looks like the Knicks were going to make it a double-digit leader heading near the end of the fourth. Off the inbound, Stefan Castle pressing off Vassell onto the inbound. Who can be a hero? 7 seconds. Wembenyama sets the screen. Fox chucks Wemby. Stuck contested off the jumper. Breaks the shot. Can't recover. Off the buzzer. Mamma mia, the Knicks do it.
There you go.
Ooh.
They won.
Oh my God. Let me take some Tylenol. Holy shit.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
joke.
oh, I'm not joking, John.
Apparently, Tylenol.
Oh,
Shout out to Crazy Levi. A few months back, he kept saying Tylenol, and then after we ended the stream, he explained to me that someone that
oh,
is in
you know
office
where we're going?
said Tylenol is bad.
Really?
That's all I want to
Yeah,
say.
I know it's bad for you, especially the overdose.
Oh man, just like
The shot on the line, Wemby, the game on the line, Wemby had a chance to win it with 7.5.
Mhm.
Vassell off the buzzer from the screen. Wembenyama with 2.4. Taking the contact, no good. Off the bank shot, no good. Wembenyama couldn't get it done in 2 games after a 22 point explosion offensively after only having 7 in the first. Carl Anthony Towns killed it, and let's give a round of applause for the man that wasted 5 first-round picks and he picked it up in the game 2 of the NBA Final. Let's give it to Mikal Bridges. 105 to 104. Knicks pick up a 2-game series lead heading back to New York. How you doing? Bada boom. Realest Knicks in the room. How you doing? And Wembenyama, he started off as a poor performer in the first half, John. Like, he was like going 7 points into the first half. And then he just started off killing it with 20 something points in the second half of basketball with 4 blocks. But sadly, De'Aaron Fox chose the wrong time to perform well. He did have 20 points after a 4-point game in game 1. I think the worst performer of the series of the game so far got to go to what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess it was an update.
All right. So
Who would we
series.
say is Stefan Castle with 14 points? Or would it be Julian Champagne? Yeah, let's give it to Julian Champagne, weakest performer of the night, outscored by even the sixth man of the group off Landry Shamet with 8 points. He was a sharpshooter for the Spurs, and he became quiet, going only 2 for 5 from behind the 40% from behind the arc, while not even going for a 2-pointer all game. He's just shot chucking 33% from the field, completely worthless everywhere else on the floor. Other than full court pressing, he's done nothing. Good day, sir. Sorry, John Jay. Continue your point.
My bad. I was muted. I was trying to say. I think it's now 2-0.
Yes, sir. And guess where we're heading back to?
New York.
New York. And you know what's the worst part? Even though the prices over in the Garden's absurd, Knicks fans are still possibly going to pay a whole mortgage to go and try to, just overwhelm the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
We did it. And you saw how many Knicks fans were there, John? All because the tickets are probably cheaper.
Well, fan bases of all sports have always been spread out across the U.S. It's like here we have fans who root for the Dodgers, which is kind of
Mm-hmm.
stupid. But again, I'm not going to discuss that because I'll go down a rabbit hole. But they're Cowboy fans here, and of course we have other basketball fans like
Like
fans.
Clippers fans. Like, why do you exist?
No, not Clipper fans. In my lifetime, I have never seen someone wear a Clippers jersey.
Oh, yeah, Celtics fans. You'll see a lot of Celtics fans.
Celtic fans are here. We
Lakers
have
fans.
we have a lot
Obviously.
of people that have moved from like Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maine.
Yeah,
Uh,
oh,
like we have Washington Wizards fans because the capital.
well, John Jay, you can't mess with my OGs from Cucamonga.
So, but in general, like if you're born here, and again, I was having this conversation, and I don't care about the person because he's not
Uh-huh.
here, but he's like, I'm from Virginia. How dare you say I'm not a 49? I'm not calling you that you're not a 49er fan. I know you are. You're showing your little shrine of 49er fans. I'm saying when you are born here, you tendly you have options.
Like the DMV, like Virginia is not that far from FedEx Field, especially near where they commute. You can be a Commanders fan
You know,
or
and you,
Baltimore Ravens fan. No one really get to you when you. Virginia is like a hair shy away from DMV area, so being any portion of an NFC East fan is a given. That's kind of a given.
you know. I remember when I was a kid, like Dan Marino was a big figure out here. So I'm not surprised that you got fans from New York and Dallas. You know, plus it's becoming more common as more people leave places because. And again, I'm trying to be really careful because this has nothing to do with the conversation. But everyone says that since 2020, there's been exodus of people leaving Illinois and Massachusetts and New York and California. That's always happened. That's always happened. Companies have always moved around. Companies have always been moving around. Like this has nothing to do, but the United States Soccer Federation had a office in Chicago for a century, and they said, you know what, we're going to go to Georgia. And now the United States Soccer Federation is in Georgia, outside of a suburb of Atlanta, because Atlanta is becoming the next hotbed of where people want to go. And so I don't want to say something insensitive, but I had a buddy 20 years ago. He went to Atlanta. And he's like, 20 years ago, Atlanta was super different. Now I went back over there, and
Everything's weird. I'm
and
sorry, I'm joking.
now he says there are more Hispanic people and Central Americans from El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras that live in Atlanta. And again, I'm not trying to be effed up because
No. You're on the money. That same thing happened over to New York, especially with the immigration policy. And when all the big markets hit, you'll see a lot more of the Latino community go into Atlanta, even though like Atlanta's been predominantly black and southern.
I know I was going to say that like these southern states, the perception of it, oh, no one goes to the South, because of its history. But
Mhm.
Birmingham, Alabama, there's a soccer player who I don't know why they picked him because he's still injured. Chris Richard, he's from Birmingham, Alabama.
Sweet home. And you play soccer?
When he was a kid, he told a story. Mexicans and Central Americans taught me how to play soccer in Alabama, and I'm like, what? What? When the f did that happen? Either like again, maybe I am a grandpa because the notion of how I was taught how America used to be, California, because we used to be part of Mexico, and the Southwest had a lot of Hispanic population, but also in the Northeast, you also had pockets of Hispanic up there. Now Hispanic people are everywhere, and another demographic, and I can say this because I am Chinese, not 100%. Chinese people are now everywhere in the United States. Who would have thought? Most people would associate Los Angeles, San Francisco, or Seattle. Not anymore. So cancel me, YouTube, but that's the damn truth. So, yeah.
Hey, that's how it is. Especially in any parts of the world, anything can change when it comes to the portion of diversity around what goes on, John. So you're on the money there. I'm not going to disagree with you there.
Mhm.
I understand you're trying to be honest while still trying to keep the peace, but that's just how it happens in the world. Anyway, I'm gonna try to cut this off,
Man,
but I appreciate you being on with me this latter
take
half
care.
of this beautiful moment. 2-0
Mhm.
series lead for the New York Knickerbockers, heading into back in the Garden, so we can still give the Spurs the belt to ass because we're taking it back like it's 1999. I'm sorry, I don't know this. I don't know much of that Prince song. I apologize if I'm being uncultured, but that's how it is.
All right, man. You take care.
Take care as well. You have a good one. But thank you guys for being on, man. I am so proud of the Knicks. MVP of the game goes to Karl Anthony Towns. Victor Wembanyama was close if he got the game one of the last shot, but no, can't take it to him for having such a monster second half. He did outperform Julian Champagny. Possibly got the worst performance of the game. I'm not gonna lie. I think Spurs fans are gonna go off on him. But besides that, thanks for showing up for the stream, guys. We're gonna close it off here. Hope you guys have a great remainder of the weekend, and we're gonna close off. I need to calm the hell down now.